Wait for the stream to start. Here we go. I had to fix my hat.
Oh, is it fixed?
Some people fix their hair. I fix my hat.
That's because you don't have any.
Don't have any hair?
No.
That's rude.
You have hair.
Very rude. So tonight we're going to have a mystery guest on the show.
Who is it?
It's a mystery.
I wonder who it could be.
Could be anyone. It might even be the coronavirus itself.
I hope not.
Yeah. So how are you handling all this crazy shit?
I think well.
Yeah.
How are you handling it?
I'm hanging in there.
Barely.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Barely.
By a thread.
Yeah, there's too much crazy shit going on. It's just too surreal.
It's overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming. I'm going to turn our volume up a little bit.
It can be stressful.
I'm actually like in sort of a silly mood. I have the desire to do the radio voice.
Oh, do it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming at you live. We've got the coronavirus. No?
We don't have the coronavirus.
No, we don't have it.
No.
We're coronavirus free, ladies and gentlemen.
We do
Thank
not
God.
have it. Wrong.
I don't want to have corona, really.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm going to go while we're waiting for our guest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go look at some stuff. Is there anything happening? Like,
you just said there's so much happening, and now you're asking me, is there anything happening?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I do this? I'm playing around with the live stream.
Well, I don't.
Thing
What are you playing
on
with?
Twitch. I got the chat thing working, so that's good.
Yay.
It says we're live.
Yay.
There's our bit rate. That's good. We have 38 followers on Twitch. 881 views total. Is that what that is? I don't know.
I don't even know.
I don't know either.
I love when you play.
It says we have one viewer, but that's us.
Oh, hey us.
Hi.
Hi.
We're watching our show. Yeah.
That's too much.
I haven't done a tweet because still waiting on our guest.
Yes. But the guest is probably primping and
Yeah,
vamping.
probably.
What? My voice? What? Am I
I'm just
close
checking
enough?
your levels.
Are my levels good?
You're probably fine.
Probably fine.
So much shit going on. Let's just look at the thing.
What do we got?
The latest thing is, wait. Oh, there he is. Hold on. Oh.
Please?
Hello. I'm in my Discord.
He's begging to get on?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to say,
I'm excited.
yeah, our guest is about to join us. It's you I'm looking for. Okay.
Where's the drum roll?
Join the... Oh, shit, I'm not in it. Huh.
What?
Oopsie.
What do you mean?
I wasn't in the voice chat.
Oh.
The voice.
Maybe that's why the please.
Let's see.
Okay.
Join the...
Is it too late to drink coffee?
I'm drinking it.
Oh.
There he is.
We'll be up all night.
Junior, can you hear us?
You just gave it away.
Mic check.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, let me turn
Hello, you.
There he is. How are you?
Bring back some memories.
Yes, it does. I'm not even joking with hearing your voice.
I'm excited.
I'm getting the goose pimples.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're lying. He's lying. I
I'm
don't
not
see
even
goose pimples.
kidding. We haven't spoken to Junior in a long fucking time.
I can hear the smile on his face.
Yeah.
I've been seeing your crazy as fuck rants. You've been going batshit crazy like we have out on Twitter.
Oh my god.
And I know
so
that
fucked.
you're in the same sort of fucking mindset as we are, that we're all fucked, right?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, he's quiet.
I have a friend here, and so I'm gonna shoot him. We're gonna go live though, right?
We're already live.
We're live.
We're live?
Yeah, we're on Twitch live right now. Yes, sir.
You know, Yuki likes
Send
to
me
do
the
that.
link. Send me the link so that I can send it to my friend so he can listen in on.
Okay.
Your friend that's there in another room?
Tweet that or can
Oh
I
shit!
See it somewhere?
Oh, hold on,
Are you
hold on,
live?
hold on.
You got the camera
Yes.
on?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Hold on.
Live.
I'm about to tweet. I got to do a
Live.
tweet here.
You got him so flustered he forgot to tweet.
No, I was waiting for him to show up because I did a thing with the, we have a mystery guest. So hold on, let me do the tweet.
Yeah, the thing and the thing.
Join us live on Twitch, Euclid Quarantine Show. We were chatting with Junior Lancaster. Boom, boom, boom. I tagged everyone. Let's go. All right, tweet has done. Has the link.
Oh, what?
What? Okay, cool.
DM you.
Yep.
Okay. Ah, there we go.
Okay. Did you get that, Junior? The old tweetaroo? Junior,
Discord?
Huh? No, I tagged you on Twitter.
I have a question. Is he late because he was coconut oiling his head?
No, I did shower right before, so yes, I was coconut oiling my head and my face and my arms and body.
Right. You have to keep hydrated and, well coconut oiled during a time like this.
Well, in times like these...
Hyzer is key.
Yeah. It's important to look good when we're all, surviving the Black Death, right?
Why does it have to be an issue about race?
Oh my gosh. I was just thinking,
China.
I was saying last night, we need to name it maybe something more alarming than flu.
Yeah. Because people they hear flu and they're like, oh, it's just a flu. But if you were to call it the motherfucking melt your balls shit, people would be afraid of that.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
All right, get angry, motherfucker.
Agonizing
That's
death with blood love. Why am I echoing?
Oh, are you echoing really bad? You shouldn't be echoing.
Well,
Back of PP for a moment.
what?
All right, are you good on audio?
Crazy.
Are you echoing or anything?
Yeah, I can still hear it.
Oh. Well,
Boo.
I don't think it's from us.
I'm good at this by now.
I know. Rusty.
Hold on, Tamara. Don't talk. And Junior, you just talk for a second.
Spot here.
Yeah, fuck. Get an echo.
Viewers?
Huh? No, we don't have viewers.
Oh.
I mean, we have like 38 followers, so so you're hearing
That's
yourself
hilarious.
echo when you talk?
Yeah. It's fine now.
Damn.
That is not fine.
Let's try something else. I'm going to send you a link to a different thing, and you want to try that? Huh?
Yeah.
Google Meet.
Send me a phishing scam.
Okay. All right. I'm going to
playing
DM
along.
you a link to Google Meet, and we'll try that and see if that's better. Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Professional.
All right. All right. Let's see. Let me try to figure out how to get him that. I'm going to kick him out of there, so...
Also, you should be getting a DM from another surprise person.
Okay. We did a test and it wasn't echoing, so that's disappointing.
It's clearly him and his coconut oil.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. Hold on.
I'm holding.
This coronavirus thing has us all fucked up.
Just too
Joiner,
much.
start a meeting. EAO.
Yeah.
There it is. Join now. Copy joining info.
I like how you
DM it.
talk out the whole process.
Yeah. There she is. Okay. Let's try that. And then this. We'll see if we can get this shit to work.
Maybe. Fingers crossed.
So, yeah, we've got a crazy coronavirus happening, guys.
I think everyone at this point is aware.
So we're waiting on our
Even the
our
crazy
friends.
spring breakers.
I know. I can't fucking believe those guys were doing that shit.
Would you?
Well, we have 4 viewers.
Would
Hi,
you
viewers.
at 21 do that? Would you still be partying in spring break?
Fuck no. That's ridiculous. Guys, if audio sounds good, say something in the chat. Also, we're having echo issues with our guests. So when the guests come on, let us know if they sound okay. In the old chat. You know, the chatteroo.
The chatteroony.
Chat.
The chitty chatterton. Well, I'm kind of excited about our guests. What do you think?
Audio is good. Crypto Medra. Oh, Medra.
8-second Medra.
Medra, you want to hop on and say hello?
Please just do like at least longer than 8 seconds.
Let me send Medra a link too.
I saw a picture of Medra recently.
Motherfucker, I don't have a DM with you, Medra. Goddamn, I know I have a DM with you.
We do. It's just probably down.
There's somebody.
Hello?
There's Junior. Does that sound better for you?
This sounds wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
So Discord sucks, man.
Amazing.
You know?
Yeah, I haven't talked on Discord in like months.
Liar.
Yeah.
No, like talked, like chat, like voice or anything like that.
Right.
I haven't done that in months.
Well, how have you been?
I've been good. Things are good. I think up until maybe like Monday, life was going great. And then now we're here, right?
Right.
Okay, we have a few viewers now watching the show. 7. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
That's it, guys.
Look
We
what
have
I've done to your views.
I know. It's amazing.
we have Junior Lancaster. He is a man of opinion. He's been ranting and raving about this virus. He's been warning people. I would consider this a very bearish person. Correct, Junior? Overall, as far as you've been in the past with the Bitcoin price and whatnot, and you've been kind of like we have the same position that we've taken, which is motherfuckers stop
doggy style
spreading this shit. What?
Oh, position. I thought you were talking about something.
No,
else.
honey, it's not always about sex.
I'm
Jesus
sorry.
Christ, this is a serious show. We're here to warn people.
Right.
I thought this was a family show, to be honest.
Really?
But yeah. Medra says you're definitely a bear. What does he mean by that exactly?
I don't know what he means by that, though. That could go either way.
Right. I think.
I feel like you were blushing.
Yeah. Yay.
Definitely smiling. I remember Medra. Medra's my little teddy bear.
Yeah,
Aw.
Medra's a good guy. Oh, that's right. All of us.
I mean, you're slow.
Yeah, I am slow. I have brain damage. Oh,
No,
fuck.
he's just flustered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Aw.
I'm gonna drink some
We
coffee.
should have like a group hug.
He's drinking coffee at 9 o'clock still.
Yes. Yeah. It's got to wake up, It's got to get that energy.
We've got Junior Lancaster on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You gonna?
All right, so
What's going on? What's going on? Oh, wait, let me turn your audio up a little bit. That's better. Okay. Junior Lancaster's joined us, and everyone be prepared to die. We're all going to die, ladies and gentlemen. On the show, we're going to talk about the world is fucking ending. Not only do we have earthquakes and meteors, we have a goddamn pandemic. What's your take on all this?
Wow.
I think we are in the first few days of at best 10-year depression.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, someone's trying to join us here.
What do you have, like a soundboard now too?
Hello, we have Crypto Wendio on the line. Hi, Wendio. What do you think about the world ending?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can see you too.
Long time fan, first time caller.
Right.
Can you hear us, Wendio?
The old gang's back
I don't
together.
think she can hear us. Hold on. Let me DM her really quick.
Right.
We can hear you. Can you hear us, Crypto Wendio? Yeah, so Overdose on Twitch. Oh, that's our buddy Overdose.
Yeah.
Aziz.
Yeah.
You familiar with Aziz?
I like the Aziz branding.
Yeah. I know.
I know. Like, go back to Aziz, man.
Yeah, go back. Be who you were before.
Be who you are.
Hold on. Wendy says she can't hear us.
Oh, no.
This new you isn't working out.
Okay. Hold on. We can hear you.
We voted. We want Aziz back.
Hi, Wendy. We can hear you, but you can't hear us, apparently.
Oh, you guys can hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Uh,
Oh, look, she's flustered too.
Okay, hold on.
mess around with your shit and get it working. I don't know. You can't
Mess
hear
around
us.
with your
So.
shit. Oh my gosh.
I could maybe have her join the fucking Discord or something. I don't know.
And then she could echo.
Nah, I don't know.
She's just trying to steal my limelight, you know?
I know it's horrible.
I came out of podcast retirement deathbed for this, and then she's like, I'll wait.
What did fucking Appear In change its name
Oh my
to?
gosh.
Hold on.
Well, I feel like you were telling us something. And
Yeah,
then
go
we
ahead, Junior.
cut off.
You got the mic. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I think that we're in the first couple days of a 10-year depression, and it's just getting started, and that's the reason why everyone's still so complacent. They just haven't realized what's going on,
Right.
Yeah.
and that's what's going to make it even worse. You know, I was just watching the news a little while ago, and it was like day 80 in CNBC, day 80 of the pandemic,
Right.
of coronavirus pandemic.
Right.
Day 80, it's day number 3 for Donald Trump.
Right.
Okay, like that's how screwed and behind the ball we are right now.
Yeah. We don't have our shit together.
How about the fucking fact that the motherfucker was tweeting
Oh my God.
that the shit was just the flu, like literally a week ago? Like, really? I mean, you know what I mean? Like a little more than a week ago, he was tweeting that this was just a flu. We don't need to be shutting shit down. This is just the flu, guys. Right?
And then like Monday, he was like, you know, nobody knew about this before I did. I knew about this 3 months ago. I warned everyone. Like,
yeah, and then we go from this is just a flu, everyone. Don't panic, and don't even get me started on Elon, who tweeted the same fucking thing, right? Remember that?
That kind of like hurt.
Yeah, dude. I was like, what the fuck, Elon? I mean, I get that you need your workers to show up. I get that, but saying like this is all dumb. I obviously we don't need to fucking panic, right? No one, we shouldn't be panicking, but we should at least be warning people to not spread this shit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And why are we tweeting
And
things
to take care of themselves, you know,
Exactly.
like in other ways. Like,
right?
It's not just a virus that's happening. You know, people think that the virus caused the economic collapse. It didn't. It didn't. They were happy. There were two things happening independently, and they've met now together here. For
like
us
a perfect
in the United
storm,
States.
you know, like
Okay?
all the conditions.
Yeah.
Crazy. What?
So it's your contention that the virus did not cause the economic collapse?
Absolutely not. It was already like you look at the chart of the Dow Jones, right, on the monthly, and you see a freaking wedge, a rising wedge, like with the finest point on it. Okay, like, oh, we just coincidentally happened to pop during the coronavirus? No, the coronavirus was the event that was already in the chart. Okay, you know, and everyone just points their finger at it. You know, something that happens halfway around the world at the very same time doesn't cause a reaction in the market. They happen. It's in the chart. It was already going to happen.
Right.
You know, the news just arrived. That's all.
Right. Well, I feel like if people actually did more of the concerned or self-quarantine, oh my gosh, I can't even talk now. But
quarantine.
Yeah, quarantining. That then there wouldn't be the worry about like martial law happening. You know, like if we don't do something ourselves, then I think that. What do you think? Is that inevitable, or what do you think?
My mom in Puerto Rico, they went into lockdown like yesterday or Monday.
Right.
She was saying today that they have drones. Police have drones outside, and if they see you leaving your house or your apartment, they come and either fine you or arrest you.
Really? That's scary.
And what, you don't think there are drones here?
Right. Yeah.
And we are closed off. we have Mexicans that hate us because we've treated them like shit. By the way, don't even get me started about what happens when there's an outbreak in one of the immigration camps at the border. What happens then?
Right.
Did
There's
you
going to be dead people and dead children.
Did you hear the
joke? There's so many
joke?
unknowns. There's so many things that we aren't thinking about. Like go ahead. Like,
Did you hear the joke where Mexico's offering to build the wall now
oh
or
my
something?
God.
To keep us
Stop
out?
it.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say about the people escaping.
We're the joke.
Right? We're the joke.
But so our southern border, right, is practically closed off. We have cut off travel to Europe. We've cut off travel to China and most of Asia. Now there will be no flights anyway. And now the U.S.-Canadian border has been mutually agreed to shut down. Now we're effectively prisoners in our own country. Now we're being told to stay inside of our homes. And we're being forced to do that by sheriffs now as well. Like if you're not quarantining yourself and you're showing signs. So I can't even walk on my own property outside or what? What's next? And it all happened without anyone putting up a fight because they were too busy worrying about a virus.
Okay.
Or not too busy worrying, and they're out partying. I mean, that's what, it's going to give the excuse to be able to do that. Like, look, people aren't listening on their own, so we need to come in and take control. Like, if people would just fucking listen a little bit and just go inside and take like a week off or.
Well, that's the problem that we have. One of the many is people can't fucking self-regulate themselves. We need the fucking government to step in. And this is, just hear me out, okay? Because I'm looking at all different sides, okay? Obviously, I don't believe that the government needs to control every fucking thing I do, but there's a lot of fucking dumbass retards out there that probably do. And I'm talking about all these fucking kids out there that are spreading this shit, partying their ass off.
Yeah, the ones on Twitter.
Right.
Oh, I saw that was Windio's tweet. Is Window here yet?
Yeah, she's here.
Hey.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Windio, do we need the government to step in to tell us to stop being idiots, or do we just let fucking the people just do their own shit?
We need some sort of authority to an extent, and I know a lot of people in crypto get mad when I say that. But like you were talking about, there's a bunch of fucking idiots out there not being responsible and not doing the right thing. I don't know if it's because they're ignorant. I don't know if it's because they don't care. I don't know if they're not taking this thing seriously. But I think that we do need someone to kind of go in and to step into a certain extent and say, hey, this is what's happening. This needs to be done, because there's people that they're sick and they're getting hurt because of other people being irresponsible.
Yeah. What caused it was rampant, greedy, unbridled capitalism is what caused it. More. Shit was getting out of control. Me and my friends, we went and had ice cream a couple weeks ago. My friend paid $10.67, and he's like, "Oh wow, it's pretty inexpensive." And the girl's like, "That's just for your cone."
Oh shit! What?
All right.
Okay, so
you know what kind of world we've been living in? I'm sorry, Wendy, but like, all of a sudden now, we're gonna be bailing all these companies out. Like, why? What? My government is so that big business can survive beyond all measure, beyond all destruction that they do? Like, what the fuck is going on? How about we don't bail out these airlines, and my country, right, who has to be responsible for its children, for the people that live on the land, says, I'm not going to cover up your mistake, Mr. Golden Parachute CEO that fucked up your company and then just decided to leave, all right, and screw everyone over. And just fucking buy up your company with corporate buybacks and inflate the stock market and then just shit on people's retirements and 401ks. How about I buy your company and you get nothing? And now I nationalize the airline. And now the citizens of the country actually benefit from it. But we're going to forgive these fucks, all right, for stealing everything. And we're going to give them money and say we're sorry. And then you and your children and me and every one of us and our children and their children are going to pay for it.
Can I ask a question though? Can I play the devil's advocate here and ask a question?
I would love that.
Please do.
So So my question is, as devil's advocate, is let's say that we don't, and because I don't agree that we need to bail particularly out the airlines. There are some companies that I do think that maybe we should, but it would be on a case by case basis. It really depends what it is, and depending on their balance sheets, and just depending on all that stuff. But let's say we don't bail out the airlines, and it's a nationally owned company. How are people still have jobs?
They're government jobs now.
But then my concern with that goes is we've seen how governments run their businesses, and they're very ineffective at doing that. We see we see like Medi-Cal, Medicaid, healthcare, and how that's done, and it's not done very well. We see how the DMV works. We see we see Social Security. We see the way welfare is the way welfare is managed. So I'm just looking at it from that perspective.
Okay, fine. From that perspective, I will play devil's advocate now. Actually, no. You will see what capitalism brings you. That's what you're going to see right now, and that's what you're seeing right now. We are seeing, witnessing, and living what the way has been is going to do to us. Maybe it's fucking time we just say, hey, we're going to roll the dice and try a different system.
I agree.
So you're a socialist then, or you believe in socialism?
No, I am not a socialist. But that just because I think that some things need to be nationalized, the government, I am a stockholder in this government with the taxes that I pay. Mm-hmm. And I want some dividends. How about that? You just look at it like that. The government is like a company. It's the biggest company. And it's about time it starts taking things off the table.
I agree. Right? There needs to be a change. Definitely. Like, it's not working.
Why?
Not everything. Like, don't give me like 9 potatoes and one carton of eggs. Like, that's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
Okay. I wanted to clarify. No, and I agree. We shouldn't always bail out companies. But my whole concern is, if let's say we don't bail out companies, what happens to these jobs and what happens to these people? That's my only concern is the people.
Of course, we still need airlines. We still need, airports. How about we guarantee our Air Force pilots get to continue flying and they fly for airlines? We have the best airlines. We'll have the best airlines, okay? The best. Nobody will have better airlines than us.
But what about the people that are already working there? Do they get canned, or how does that work?
No, we figure that out. Everyone keeps a job. Everyone gets a job. It's the same thing. What's happening right now is either the rich can throw us scraps, all right, and find ways to not lose a penny out of this. Plus, they'll just declare losses on their stock losses and shit like that, all right? Or it's like what happened after World War II. And that created a society that was able to thrive, all right? But they're not presenting that option. They're not bringing an option like that.
What happened after World War II?
You had government grants. You had the GI Bill. You had people that were able to go to college for free because there were no other ways for things to happen. You had a growth of industry. You had the American people working to make the country better, all on a level playing field.
College wasn't free back then, though. It wasn't.
College is going to be online right now. Like, college needs online. To be fucking $9,000 a semester. Like, everyone's going to be learning online the way things look.
Well, that's what I'm doing. My classes they've been moved to online, which is great, but you still have to pay the professor's tuition, and you still have to pay administrative. There's other fees that they do need to pay. And yes, I agree.
But there are a lot of other ways that
I agree with you that the amount that they are charging for tuition is absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't need to be that way. And it's funny because on campus, they are constantly upgrading all these fucking buildings that do not need to be upgraded.
Yes.
Like, it's mind blowing to me because people like way back when would all get stuffed in a classroom and they learn things. And so why do we need to have like obviously for like college is different, but for small, for elementary schools and whatnot, yes, they need to have a certain amount of kids in each classroom because it's proven that the kids retain information better and whatnot. But I'm talking about college level. Like, we don't need to pack like 20. We don't need to pack have 20 kids per class and whatnot. Like, you get your work, you read this, you do that, and you get your degree or whatever it is. The way that they spend money is absolutely ridiculous, and I have a big gripe about that.
The fucking schools in Florida are fucking ginormous and huge, and I'm talking
a tiny population.
I'm talking about in like Walton County, Florida, which is like fucking the podunk middle of fucking nowhere, right? But they have the biggest, most beautiful fucking schools now, and it's because
lottery.
of the fucking Florida lottery. And I think to myself, what a motherfucking waste that is. Why are we building these ginormous fucking schools for these little
Funds could definitely be allocated better, and
I don't know if that has anything to do with what you guys are talking about, but you just triggered me.
No, it does. No, it does, because because we're at the end of the day, like the students are paying for it, and that's why my stance on college is kind of skewed a bit, because I think education is a great thing. I think that people should always be benefiting themselves, but at the end of the day, you don't need a fucking degree in sociology. You don't need a degree for dance. You don't even need a degree for business. The only part of business that I think you actually need a degree for is maybe law and finance. But other than that, like marketing and sales and management and HR and all that stuff, you don't need a master's degree to do that. Like, right. You don't. And I say that because I am in school for a marketing degree, and I already know how to do most of this stuff. And I can take like a couple courses on Lynda and whatnot to figure out like SEO or whatnot. But a lot of these degrees are bullshit. And I don't think that they benefit. I think it's actually hurting the job market.
Right.
So the need to have one, or for hiring managers to require one, for companies to require one.
So
it's ridiculous. It's absolute, to me, it's ridiculous.
Things, but you know, right now, the coronavirus and the economy have cured that problem.
Yeah, I think that's gonna kind of wipe things out a little bit. It's gonna change. We're gonna see some changes.
You know, there's two parts to that. Okay, yes, it's stopping everything, but the thing is, like, people are going to realize, companies are going to realize they don't need so many employees.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they don't need an office building. We can pay you to work from home.
They don't. They don't.
And I'll pay you less.
The thing that drives me crazy though is I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that they need to actually pay. I think you should pay somebody based on how well they do their job and the skill that they bring. So I don't know if they should be paying people less.
But there's no office building to have overhead and to have other profits for and all these other things. They're going to realize that there are a lot of redundancies that they don't need anymore. So what I'm really trying to get at is that that job market, there are going to be a lot of job losses there because of redundancy.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to say, no, two people can do this, one person can do that. So that's a lot of job losses right there.
Well,
okay, and those jobs are not going to come back.
But if they're saving on the overhead of office space and utilities and stuff like that, then they could afford to pay the same amount of people, or, you know, maybe that would increase productivity or something. I have no idea, but
you guys
there's going to be some changes.
Too smart for us. We're kind of like dumb.
Thanks.
No, you guys. No, you're not. Don't say that.
We haven't even talked about like the doomsday prepping and hoarding of food yet. I mean, we haven't even got to that.
I think I'm good at that topic.
Listen, though, it's obvious that there's a shitload of waste in the government. Okay.
Oh yes.
So
absolutely.
What do you? Do
you know why?
Why?
Because the rich people are in the fucking government.
Right.
They're packing all the laws with ways for them to keep their fucking money, and everyone else pay for it. And it's on full display right now on TV all day long, and no one's fucking looking at it.
Junior, you're gonna give yourself a damn aneurysm. Calm down.
I wish he was on
serious.
camera.
Like, if you're watching this,
I know.
Everyone's future right now, and everyone's like, "Oh no, virus!"
There's definitely at least a vein popping out.
I actually have a cold. Right now.
No. Is that not the scariest thing in the world, when you don't feel good, when there's like some shit going around and you're like, oh, shit.
This is the thing, because I worked in healthcare and because I worked in infectious disease, I'm very well like versed to kind of like not freak out, just because I actually worked with like really sick people. Like my daughter, she had a cold, but I'm not, I monitored her, and she didn't have it like a fever or any of that type of stuff. And generally she's sick like for a day, like she'll be sick, she'll have like a little fever, and then like at night I'll give her Tylenol, and she wakes up the next day and she's completely fine, because she has an amazing immune system, because me, and I take credit for that. But yeah, she was sick for a day, and then what happens is she gets sick, and then she sleeps with her face in my face, and then
you get sick,
and then I'm sick for like a week. So but I don't have. Yeah.
Right.
Overdose says, give a poor person $1 million and give a rich person who owns a business $1 million. times out of 10, the poor person will gamble it. Is that true?
Nobody is bringing anything up in those terms at all. He's just presenting super hard right, conservative, anti-faux libertarian talking points.
That's because
he's not even considering what's happening.
Do you want to know something? So my husband started his own business, and he and I were both dirt poor growing up, and he and I both had a very interesting way that we, grew up as young adults. And he started his own business, and he is absolutely fucking killing it. So just because somebody comes from money doesn't mean that they are good at managing money, or they are good at being successful.
Yeah,
it takes drive and it takes passion.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that. Exactly.
Donald Trump.
Take that, Aziz ass bitch. What do you think about that, overdose motherfucker? You right-wing political motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. Everyone knows I'm friends with Aziz. He wrote a diss track and we did a thing. But anyway, I ranted on him. But go ahead.
Larry Kudlow, the economic advisor for the president, who used to work on a show with Kramer on CNBC on Friday or some shit. He's like, the economy is doing perfect. There is no chance of a recession. And Monday, what happens? We're fucked. We went from fucking riding high to fucked in the ass. Like waking up the next day and being like, what the fuck just happened to me and what did I take? Okay?
You've had a few of those nights.
It's not even a joke how fucking hilarious this shit has been written. It's like a fucking comedy movie and a horror movie.
Even too, I should have cashed out my 401k before all this, and I knew, I had a feeling, and I didn't. But it's like the people that work, like these people that are certified financial advisors, like if you call them and you like try to talk, you're like, you want to cash your stuff out, because they get paid a fucking commission for your whatever it is, they'll be like, oh no, the market's doing good, when it's like all the way at the top. It's absolutely crazy to me. It drives me. That's a whole nother topic, but that makes me mad.
I love that. Like
we'll
coronavirus.
Be back to normal in like a week. I'm sorry. We'll be back to normal in a week, overdose. There's not a single person walking in Times Square. Do you not understand what the fuck is going on?
I love
there's
that.
There's nobody on the fucking 405 freeway, the 10 freeway, and and it's rush hour right now. Like if you look and you get the view, like there's nobody at all. It would take me 2.5 hours to get home. If I want to drive to Los Angeles right now, I'll be there in 30 minutes.
Right.
There are no planes taking off.
Junior, I love that. Coronavirus, great comedy horror.
Listen to me. Overdose just called us leftist hippies.
I need to get higher, actually. That's fucking going on.
I shave my armpits. I am not a hippie.
I think we should all listen to this, guys. Listen to my fucking plan, okay?
Oh, no.
Not only does everybody get $5,000 fucking dollars a month, every motherfucking human in the United States. Fuck everyone else. I don't give a shit. Everyone gets $5,000 fucking dollars. They get Disney Plus for 6 months and free fucking mushrooms. Okay, that's my plan.
Like chaga? What are you saying? Free mushrooms?
And a 6-pack of Mountain Dew?
Free fucking psychedelic mushrooms,
Mountain
Disney
Dew.
Plus for 6 months, and $5,000 fucking dollars. That will fix this fucking planet. Let me tell you why. Hold on, I'm losing my...
Just because he's dumb does not mean he drinks soda. Come on.
That will fix this planet. Let me fucking have the mic for a second, because you bitches have been a bunch of yentas with your fucking yammering and bullshit.
Did you just call me the B word?
No, not you, when you. I'm talking about
Were
these
you
other...
talking to me
15 minutes right
No,
now,
not you, Tim. Right?
So like,
I'm talking about the other ones. Listen to me. Here's the fucking deal.
Linda.
Everyone gets $5,000 fucking dollars. Don't fucking ask me where the money's coming from, because we bailed out the banks, right? We got the money for the banks.
Come from you, just like the airport and the airline money's going to come from you. It's going to come from you, but at least you get it.
But here's the fucking deal. If you get motherfucking money every month, right? As long as you don't commit a crime, you get the money. Okay, if you commit a fucking crime, you don't get the money. You don't get paid.
That would cause people maybe to stop and think before they did something.
People will fucking stop.
Maybe I won't do that if I don't ever get my money again.
Okay, people will stop being alcoholics, doing drugs and shit, because what? I'm lightheaded right now. Oh fuck.
Well, also because they would have some money, possibly. They don't have to do desperate things because they aren't doing well.
They're not stressed about how the fuck am I going to pay the fucking bills. I'm going to go get wasted. I'm going to get fucked up. I got the money coming in from the government. Okay. Now, if you don't agree with that, and I'm not talking to my guests here, I'm talking about all you bitches out there that don't agree with me. You can fuck off, because that's the shit. Goodness. That's the truth, and that's going to fucking save this country. Okay. Thank you. That's the show, everyone. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Just kidding. Go.
Oh, so it's going to end like all the other podcasts. Okay, cool.
Medra.
I'm gonna
snorting.
Anyway,
you get it all out? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
No, I'm.
Is there any more?
I'm
no, there's
upset.
more. It'll
I'm
come out
pissed
a little
off
bit
because
later.
I get people who are arguing with me against my fucking everyone gets paid fucking shit. I think it's a good idea, and people say, yeah, but look at the the welfare and shit. Like they're just going to abuse it, and I'm like, bro, there will be no fucking welfare. There will be no welfare.
Abuses it.
Amen.
There's what,
and
what
not to mention,
this is what happens. And let me tell you. So what happens with the whole welfare and the food stamps and the WIC and all that bullshit, the Medi-Cal, the Medicaid? What happens is there's people that abuse the system, and because it is a government entity that runs and oversees all that shit, a lot of things get pushed under. It doesn't pan out correctly, and it's just not work correctly. If they were to actually have enough workers to oversee all the cases that they have and make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to do and they're not committing fraud, it would be different, and you would have a lot less people on these programs, because there are bad actors. But I don't think they should get rid of social problems or not, or social programs, but they do need to do a better job at filtering it. Like a lot of these people that are just popping out kids to get on welfare and popping out or doing whatever, they should have them get into some sort of give back in a way, or do something. And there should be a time limit to where you get off, or you stop getting the aid, because it was originally established to help people that were fired from their jobs or had hard times. But the system is, because it's a government run program, it's just not managed very well, and it's really sad because the people that really do need it are not able to get it.
There's an argument. If you give everyone $5,000, the price of cocaine will go astronomical.
What?
A fucking cheeseburger will cost $20. How do you what's the argument there?
I don't know about that. I don't think the price of cocaine will go up. I think that it stays pretty, flat or whatnot. I don't know.
No, but will that make prices go up? Like, okay, and I'm no fucking economist. In fact, I can't really count past 20. Okay,
Shut
I don't know
up.
if I've ever told anyone
Stop
this,
it.
but it's true.
No, it's
I get
not.
to 20 and then my brain loses out.
Well, you probably lose your attention span is too short, and then you start doing something else. Like, if the UBI thing, if that happens and everyone starts to get a shitload of, or not a shitload, but just whatever, $1,000. Does that somehow make prices go up for just everyday average things like a cheeseburger?
Well, but aren't people already making like X amount? Like, okay, for example, with the coronavirus, people are not going to be able to work. They're not going to be able to bring money home. So if you're giving people X amount of dollars every month, because, okay, I know Andrew Yang was really big on that, and I'm not big on giving people shit. Like, I think during a time like this, we need to kind of we need to pay our citizens money, especially the ones, maybe if they can provide a report or provide something like, hey, I lost my job, I can't pay my fucking mortgage. Because if people are not able to pay their mortgage and the rents and all that type of stuff, the economy is going to collapse. So I think it should be done short term, but I don't think it should be done long term. That's just my opinion.
Did we lose the Junior?
I'm here.
Okay. What are your thoughts? Counterpoint, go. I don't know. It's some bullshit.
If adding money makes the price of things go up.
Yeah.
Well, like they're flooding the market with more money that they printed out of nothing.
Right.
Nothing. This is the big problem that people are not, like, everyone's arguing about, like, should we get this? Should we get that? What about here? Oh no, then we'll have to do this. Like, the concept of money is right now can be brought into question. The Fed just presses a button, right? And more money is created.
Yeah.
And nobody he didn't even break a sweat creating $1 trillion that Steven Mnuchin using 13.3, must have been Article 13.3. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking. He goes, by authorization of 13.3, I am permitted to request $1 trillion. And then we're going to have to pay the interest for that on the debt, right? But the Fed is going to come in and buy some stocks to float the stock market with the fake money they just created. Meanwhile, small businesses have to take out a loan from the bank that got money from the creator of the money and lend it to people that are hurting so that they can live. What the fuck kind of idea is this? What is this?
There's got to be something better. Like, even if you just give the people money, then they'll have money to spend on things. So there you go. And it's got to go through the bank anyway. So then the banks will also be helped out, right? I mean, it seems like...
Why not? Right. What
why
my
are we
lovely
just
wife just
giving
said.
it?
If we get the fucking money, we're going to put the money in the bank. Why can't it go through us first before the fucking bank gets it? Does that make sense?
Well, it's the fact that a private company who answers to nobody creates the money that then it indebts the United States with.
Right.
When it shouldn't exist. Our government should print money if it needs.
See, I don't fucking understand how this works. How the fuck can you just like make $1 trillion?
With
like,
that article?
How does that happen? How do you just be like, yo, I got $1 trillion right quick? Like, how does that work?
It doesn't. It's fake. It's a fucking story that you've been sold your whole life.
Right.
Old Crypto Geek says people cannot be trusted with their own security. Well, that's true.
To an extent.
As long as people keep telling people that and people believe it, yeah.
Guys, seriously though, are we gonna fucking survive this? I'm talking.
Yes.
Yes. How do we survive? Is the better question. How?
Okay.
What do we need to do?
Well,
How do we survive this?
look at our ancestors. You
And
look at where you
There's a
came
silver
from.
lining.
I'm not talking about
think
the
so too,
economy,
Junior.
guys. I'm talking about the fucking our lives. Are we gonna fucking survive
Yes.
this?
Yes.
No, nobody's getting.
Yeah.
Not a single one of you is getting out of your life alive.
That's what I was gonna say. We're all eventually going to die.
Well,
Are we gonna make it through this?
One day we're gonna die, but this stupid fucking virus is not gonna take me out. I'll tell you that. I've been through too much shit, man.
Me too.
It's not happening.
That's
Amen,
what I'm
sister.
saying.
Yeah.
You're like, yes.
You can't fucking
I've had-
bring us down. Fuck you, virus ass bitch. Let me talk to the virus for a second.
Okay.
This is me
Yeah, lay it on
talking
it.
Right.
to the motherfucking virus, and I'm not gonna fucking call it the China flu or what the fuck ever. I'm gonna call it the virus because that's what the fuck it is.
Okay.
Fuck you, virus. Okay. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You can't bring us down. We've been here on the earth for 1,000,000 years. Now, Aziz will argue that because of religious beliefs. Cuckoo. But anyway, we've been here for fucking millions of years because of fucking evolution and shit. Okay? We didn't just plop here because some motherfucker gray-bearded asshole up there decided that we should fucking be here. That's not how the shit
We
works.
could have plopped here on an asteroid. Or
If you
like a
believe that,
meteorite
get the fuck out of my studio.
Okay.
Okay? Now, listen to me. Listen to me. It's very important. I'm still talking to you, virus. You can't fucking bring us down because we are resilient. We will evolve. Now, a lot of dummies are going to fucking die from this. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Maybe. Take the conch, Tamara. What do you got?
Oh, no, I'm just laughing now. But
I can't with these people.
I'm dying to hear some
What?
tips.
Some Bob
tips
Marley?
on how how do we get through this?
How do we survive?
Yeah. What's your strategy?
Are you talking to me?
Anybody.
Either one of you.
Wendio,
Both of you.
Junior,
Oh.
both, the same time. Talk over each other.
Yes, at
Please
the
go
same
now.
time.
I'm hopped up on
That will
coffee.
happen. That will most likely happen.
Right.
There is a silver lining,
Okay, let's hear it.
kind of silver and dark, but everyone first of all, I've got obviously some crazy political views.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that anyone over the age of 60 or someone who has voted in 10 presidential elections should vote anymore. And I also don't think that they should be allowed to run for office. They've had plenty of their opportunities to fuck the world up. It's time to have younger generations take care of things and have people invested in your own country. You know, people who actually have a part of it. I think everyone should have a selective service of at least 2 years, and it's either military or administrative. You know, and there you go. There you have your mailman or your fucking, you know, your I don't know, like any kind of government job that you would think that could be a regular job. You make it a fucking service, a mandatory service job, and everyone has a job, and everyone puts in, and you make the country better. You have capitalism, but you don't have fucking this this wild horse that's just going crazy.
Right.
Well, they should put limits on. They should put limits on some of this shit.
What about that, guys? Like you can't get a job if you're over 60.
You can't. They won't hire you. My mom is my mom is fucking brilliant, and she was like looking for a job and she couldn't find. She was like 50 something, like 58 or something, and she could not find a job. So she had money saved, so she just like chilled until she was 65, until she got her Social Security. So and that was it. She couldn't find a job.
So why does
if you're sorry.
No, go ahead. Go. No. I was just saying. So if you can't get a job over 60, why should you be president?
You don't have one. You don't need one. The government produces. Things go to a fund, and you have a retirement fund, and you also have a retirement too.
Old Crypto Geek says
there's plenty. There's so much.
Old Crypto Geek says this sounds like some socialist bullshit. Overdose says don't listen to these commies. What do you guys think?
No, I'm actually very libertarian, and I do believe in capitalism, but there are some things that are terribly wrong with our government. But I don't know if I believe in like everybody should be working for the government and whatnot. I feel like our government our government is too big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hold on, I gotta go.
Liberty. Well, I am. But the silver lining, though,
what's
one
the silver
that
lining?
not a lot of people are going to like, though.
Okay, all right, lay it on us.
Is the virus attacks the people with immune deficiencies and the elderly.
Mm-hmm.
And all these motherfuckers in government and Congress and all that are elderly.
Right.
And immune compromised.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the virus is the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's a solution. I just think there needs to be a massive rehaul, and it's just really unfortunate that the rehaul is going to take place due to all this shit and innocent lives, and people are just going to get hurt. Like, there's just so many sad things going on. There's kids that are sick, and there's people like there's grandparents that are sick. Like my daughter's home with me, and she can't go see her nanas. Like, she can't go see my husband's mom, and she can't go see my mom, and she sees them at least once or twice a week, and it just sucks. And like. I don't know. It's unfortunate that this has to happen for a rehaul, and I don't think people's lives are worth it. I really, really, really don't. It's sad that it has to go down this way.
Yeah, it definitely is. But like, I think that's how shit happens. Unfortunately, like if it was an easy fix, it doesn't happen. It's like you have this huge thing happen that makes changes, like otherwise it's just too comfortable. Like things just they change very slowly. So it takes like some major event in order to like really
mix things up. And that's what's happening right now.
This is going to change a lot of shit. And, a lot of it is bad. It's horrible. But hopefully, like, Junior's saying there is a silver lining. I do think so too. I think that it's going to like show us where we're weak. And where
not
we
prepared
need to improve, Listen, personally and as a society.
We're not prepared for this shit, guys. This is not even fucking like this thing doesn't even kill everyone that it that gets it, right? But look how this shit just fucking all of a sudden, boom, it's here, and now everyone's in fucking lockdown. What if some real shit happened? Now, I'm not saying this fucking coronavirus isn't real.
This is real shit.
It's real shit.
Yeah.
But we are so not ready for this.
Of security and safety are gone.
Exactly. We're not ready.
I fear for us because a lot of us don't even know how to like cook. I mean, there's like
that
things.
is insane.
I know it's like
absolutely insane.
I'm sorry, I don't know how you don't know how to cook. I know that's what I'm saying. People are gonna learn. Diets are gonna change. Lives are gonna change. We're gonna start maybe uncovering some things. Like. Things that we've forgotten along the way. But this is going to change a lot of stuff. So
you got to be able to fucking grow some food in a garden, and you got to know how to fucking throw some potatoes in a pot and boil that shit. Now I don't know how to because I got this beautiful wife over here who cooks every fucking meal I eat. She cooks. I literally can make fucking cereal, and that's it. But I have a wife. And you motherfuckers out there, single young people that don't know how to cook, seriously, come on, guys. You got to be, I mean, and maybe even
get
wives.
your cunts in the kitchen, damn it.
Like, how can you not? And by the way, women belong in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant, and that's what I've got her doing.
No, I'm not barefoot or pregnant. So
yeah, I'm not trying to
yeah.
get pregnant again.
No,
so you
yeah.
can.
Yeah, this is not a good
X that
time.
off.
Not a good time to get pregnant right now. No,
My cousin's pregnant right now.
I would be scared.
That would, yeah,
Yeah.
that would not
And
be the
she-
best time to be pregnant, I guess.
She was like, and she's already had problems like in the beginning of her pregnancy. It's her second child, so I'm just like, I'm so freaked out for her, and I just hope like she's self quarantined because she has I think her son is 2 now. But yeah, I'm like super nervous for her. But
Yeah.
like I'm not interested in having any more kids. I am not interested in getting pregnant now, and I hope no one gets pregnant right now. I hope they wait to have babies until this shit subsides.
Do you guys think this is going to create another boomer generation? Like
Very possibly.
everyone's at home. What do you do when you're at home with your wife? What do you do?
I don't think so. I think
Birth control
pullout
is
game
free,
is strong right now.
Right. Also, what I don't even know if this is true, but I heard that there's like issues with sterility and this
like the virus
so,
makes you,
You know, I was instantly
shoot
picturing
blanks.
*Handmaid's Tale*. Like,
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale.
whoa, you know.
I didn't see that.
Oh, okay. So it's a dystopian situation where the fucking elites are basically like using women to.
Because they're no longer really having babies. So
Yeah.
the people who do have babies
Yeah.
are now like owned by a couple who can't have a baby.
Here's what's going to happen, and this is a dark view,
shit.
and I don't know.
Yes.
I hope this doesn't happen, but this could happen. Okay, and a lot of people are going to be like,
If you say it, you're manifesting it somewhere in the universe, either here or somewhere else.
It's
Do
already.
you believe that
it's-
though? Do you think that like these things like The Stand and *Handmaid's Tale* are kind of just like coming to life?
It's
here?
already happened. That's what I was going to say. It's
a
already fucking
socioeconomic
happened.
theory. Like media typically either resembles the current times or the future time. Like
Was
the
that-
very near future times, and everything does, and everything that has been out lately is like the end of the world, the fucking monsters, the robots that kill everyone.
What about the
disease,
aliens?
the
The
zombies, the
zombies.
aliens?
Yeah.
No, but
Like-
what about the lizard people?
That's
I
the
don't know.
movie.
V.
They. What is it? Hold
V?
on. Who's Medra? Hey Medra.
Who's
cool.
Medra?
I mean, I said.
Who's Medra?
No, I didn't mean who's Medra. I said who's this, and then I said Medra, so it sounded like who's
My
Medra.
Medra.
Medra. There he is.
8-second Medra.
Yeah, mic check. What the fuck is up?
Oh my
Hey.
gosh! Hey,
What's up?
Medra. What?
What's up?
Medra, what's up?
What's going
Do we
on?
lose them? Everyone gets kicked out like as soon as they first come.
Yeah,
Right.
everyone.
Only
There we
Medra.
go. No, we're good. We're good. I got audio.
Yay!
Yay, Medra.
Check. Happy Corona, everybody.
I see you've lost your beard.
Yep. Did you shave your head too, Medar?
Oh, and am I on?
No,
video
no,
right
no,
now?
no,
no,
no, no,
no,
You're not
no.
on me.
Yeah, I
I
did.
don't know. Are you on video?
Yeah, you guys are seeing a show then, if that's the
Right.
case.
Oh.
Yeah.
see your
No,
pee-pee.
Yeah, I ended up. I cut the beard off. I figured it was time, kind of cool things off a little bit. So.
Right. It is
No,
on me.
I don't want to have to go pay for a haircut. I don't have to go pay money to catch Corona.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can see where that
Let me
works.
see. What are we on here? All right, so
Yeah,
I had you
everyone's
muted. I
gonna-
had you muted the whole time. So what I missed? Somebody give me a rundown.
Medra, I'm gonna yell at you.
What?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's a good way to
Listen.
start.
Listen
Yeah,
to
we
me.
can't. I don't think we can pull that back.
Listen to me,
Run it
Medra.
back. Run it back.
I
run it
think
back.
you maybe got a little taste of it out on Twitter. I said I love you, Medra, but you should have gone home a long time ago.
Why are you telling people what to do?
Because this is my fucking simulation,
He cares.
Tamara.
He cares. You
This-
know.
of
No, it was
course.
one of the
Where are
things
you?
that So we had a spring break trip planned before all this went down. And I discussed it with the wife, and we had talked about it. We were driving anyways. We weren't flying, and we ended up driving pretty much just across Texas, middle of nowhere. And where we were going, not a lot of international travel, a small town kind of thing. So it was one of the reasons we decided to kind of stay. And just to, I think preparing for it, we knew going into it, it was probably going to be the last trip we were going to take for a while. So wanted to create some sense of normalcy for my wife and my kid going into this while still being safe and still being, aware of what's going on.
Mhm.
So no, Yuki, I know, man, it's all love, but yeah,
I'm gonna
Hey,
also.
wait, guys, I don't mean to interrupt, but I have to get going. I love you all.
Bye,
Bye,
Wendy.
hope you all are
Linda.
safe.
Thank you for popping
Yeah.
on.
all the best, Wendy.
Yeah.
Always, I'll come.
Bye.
I'll be back soon. Bye, guys. Have fun. Bye.
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 Medra, Yep, and yeah, man, that's just like I'm worried about you guys. Y'all are my extended family, and I just want everyone to be safe. Is that so bad?
No.
No, not at all, man. And it was one of those things, like even during the trip, you know, we were being really mindful, and you know, we got a kid, and so we had hand sanitizer pretty much everywhere we went. You know, especially there was only 2 or 3 times where we were kind of like out in public where there was large crowds, and even then we were still being mindful. We ended up going to Meow Wolf. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Meow Wolf.
No.
Outside of Santa Fe, Albuquerque. So it's this really cool interactive art museum. It was funded by George R.R. Martin a few years ago. And really cool. I'll post some pictures for you guys to see. But even there, like we got there, and the first thing they did was they were notifying everybody. They were like, hey, we have hand sanitizer stations set up everywhere. Just kind of be mindful and stuff like that. And that was really the only place where we were around other people. Which was still, I mean, it was, you know, this is one of those things.
Is this the end of that?
No, yeah. No, I don't think so. You know, you hope not. I mean, look, so, you know, it comes down to like, what are you dealing with? What are you doing? And right now I'm doing the same things I was doing before. I'm trying to take care of my family. I'm trying to, you know, save money, not spend too much money. Don't spend more than I have. But I'm doing a lot more of it from home, you know?
Mm-hmm. Is our way of life over as we know it? Is everything that we knew no more? Is how many different ways can I say is the
Probably
end coming?
Like 2 more ways, if you could.
Remember how we used to be able to do things?
The things and the thing.
Do you guys remember that? Like Medra was just talking about, we could do things. We could go places.
Yeah, everything has changed.
Can we not? Is it over?
Today,
I agree.
You know, and I got a kid who's home from school for the foreseeable future, and you know we have a home routine built for him. And today was kind of like, well, let's get out of the house. So we rode our bikes up to the park. And as soon as we get there, it's, you know, here's your hand sanitizer, wipe your hands down. I tell them, don't touch your face, you know, things like that. And some other kids showed up to play. And I have to kind of like go up to him and I have to be mindful and be like, hey, I don't know who they've interacted with. I don't know what they've done. We're still trying to do the things that we normally do. You're just doing it a lot more cautiously. So I had to tell them, I'd be like, hey, you know, you can't play with these kids. And luckily I knew one of the kids and one of their parents was there. And I was like, hey, you know, I got some hand sanitizer over there for your kid. Right. And she was like, oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. And I'm like, well, you should be doing that anyways. You know, I don't need to be like,
But doesn't that make you worry? She hasn't been doing it. And now your kid's been playing with the kid who has not been hand sanitized by his own mom.
I mean, have you guys left the house? Have you guys left the house
Medra, we haven't left the house in a month.
Medra, not joking.
But I believe that you were doing that probably for a few months. So.
No. We were going out to eat. And once this shit started hitting, like, I think once the first case was like in the US, I was like, that's it. I don't trust going out to eat anymore. Listen, like I do not know what the people have in the kitchen.
Listen, when I saw that fucking Italy was like, yo, we're going to go ahead and shut down Italy.
Shut down.
Yeah. I'm not talking about fucking Chuck E. Cheese is shutting down. I'm talking about fucking Italy, the fucking country, right?
Right.
Okay. When that shit shuts down, it's like bing, bing, bing. And that was like 3 or almost 4 weeks ago now. I'm like, you know, and people are still like, you're a fucking idiot, bro. It's nothing. It's not a thing. This is a flu. You gotta calm the fuck down. You're overreacting. I'm tweeting out things of a kid selling Girl Scout cookies in front of Walmart, and I'm making comments like, this is what's wrong with society, and people are arguing with me, telling me to calm down.
It was literally Bitlord, Lancaster, SoCal, and you.
And Famobi, who was saying, Famobi was talking about this shit a long time ago. Yeah. He was saying, guys, if what I think is of what I'm hearing is true, we're all fucked. And he said that over a month ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm seeing people still right now, obviously, and I'm not talking about the kids. I'm not talking about the spring break kids who are fucking cuckoo out of their fucking mind. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're kids. Yeah, they don't know any better.
Exactly. They're kids. I'm seeing grown ass adults still arguing with me, telling me this is nothing. This is a hoax. This is blown out of proportion. Blah, 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 blah. All that shit.
And I'm telling you why they're doing.
That's how blatant they are.
Most, and that's true. But do you not think that some of them have no other way of dealing with this, with the stress and the anxiety, or like then to be like, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not true.
That's fair.
Some people might break if they have.
That's fair. That's fair, and we've got to consider that. And I've chilled the fuck out, guys. I was fucking ranting and raving for 3 fucking weeks on Twitter, and everyone was fucking. Chill. Everyone was like, very chill. Probably like, holy shit. And listen, I'm good now. We've got our fucking compound secured. We've got our fucking food, and we're in lockdown. And I'm not a religious man, but I pray for everyone. Okay, I pray for all of you people.
The psychology behind this is something that's going to be studied for a long time, And I'm that's not my background, sociology kind of things like that. But I mean, most people don't know why they do the things they do. But then you throw something like this, which is more than a wrench into their daily routines,
right?
And and even my mom was like, "Oh, well, I'm going to run up to Target to grab a few things," and I was like, "No, you're not." Right. I was like, because it's also where we live. I mean, we live in South Texas. Everything is completely spread out. You drive everywhere you go. So you're used to getting in the car and going somewhere multiple times a day. And when you take that part of the equation out of their daily routine, they're stuck and they don't know what to do. And I think that's a big part of it. A lot of people just really don't know what to do right now.
What about, it's like, what about this though, that we are being asked, and asked, there hasn't been, I mean, there are now, okay, and this is the problem. Like, when we're just being asked, can we not just do the things that maybe we're being asked to do so that we're not, like, being enforced? How hard is it to stay home for a few weeks? Like, how hard is that when, like, yes, other generations were asked to go to war and shit like that. We're literally being asked to stay home and watch TV or play video games and like hang out at home, and we can't fucking do that.
It breaks down to just that basic psychological level. It's like, well, most people don't know what's good for them. All those like age-old adages that your mom told you, you are who you hang out with. Why is mom and dad like mom and dad? Oh, well, tell me why. Because I said so. It's like,
so it's like, anarchy.
That's what the government needs to be doing. The government needs to be going, hey, look, we're telling you don't leave your house. Why? Because I said so. And it's the whole authority kind of complex comes into it. Either people know what is good for them or they don't. And the people that are having a hard time right now, that don't know what to do, they're getting mixed messages from so many different media sources, and it's, and not only that, it's their friends, and they're compounding it and being like, oh, well, I don't know anybody that's gotten sick. Well, I'm going to go up to HEB and I'm going to go get a few things, and those are the people that are going to be like, oh, well, guess what? You just came into contact with somebody and you're going to get sick. You're going to get somebody else sick by that kind of mentality.
Right.
But it comes down to these mixed messages. And a big part of that is media, social media included, mainstream media, whatever it is. I mean, there's so many, and what you see now, you have certain people in the government who are trying to have a hard line message, but then they're getting pushed aside by Donald Trump coming out there and saying the things he says with such a loud voice, with such a huge following. Then you have other people saying things that contradict that. And you have a lot of people who are on the fence. It's a lot of, it's like the moderate sense of, intelligence. You got really dumb people over here and you got really smart people over here. And the majority of people are stuck in the middle of that somewhere, right? And they're getting mixed messages from both sides, so they don't know what to do.
Okay, so let me just tell you kind of like what's been going on in my mind. When I see Trump lately, just hear me out, okay? I'm not ranting. Yeah. When I see Trump lately, okay, on TV doing the presidential addresses that we've been seeing, the whatever, I feel like okay, now that he's saying, at least he's fucking, admitting that we have a fucking issue and we need to fix some things. I feel a little bit fucking better. Here's the problem. When that motherfucker gets on Twitter and he's laying in his bed or whatever the fuck he's doing on Twitter and he starts tweeting shit, that's when I'm like, this motherfucker's cuckoo. Like, I mean, I already knew that, okay? But if he could just stay the fuck off Twitter, I think... I don't know.
Who's he tweeting? He's tweeting to his followers, to the people that really, when they see him say China virus, like to them, they're like, oh, good for him. He said China virus. I mean, that's what he's tweeting to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's his inner nature. Everyone was like, oh, he's so composed. It looks like he's really sober and he knows what's happening and he cares, but his inner nature just has to really come out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
and
is.
What's so funny is you can see it too, Junior. Like like he'll be sticking to the script, and then he'll just go off for that brief little, and he'll look at the camera, he'll look at somebody off to the camera, and he's like, "Yeah, I fucking said that," you know. He can't help it. He can't help himself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see the tweet he did about the fucking greatest rise in the stock market in history or some shit like that? Like right after the motherfucker declared a national emergency, that's the first thing he goes, and don't quote me on this, I don't know if it's the first thing, but I see on Twitter, greatest fucking stock market in history. Motherfucker, we are like, you fucked up and didn't warn the people, okay? You did not fucking warn the people. Okay, you didn't warn us. There was no. I'm an old lady sitting at home. Okay, and I'm like, oh my God, what do? I just saw the president say this is no fucking big deal.
You're an old lady from New York.
Yes, I'm an old lady from New York. That's who I identify as.
More of the accent. Let's hear the accent.
Yes,
you have to do it
oh
in
my
the
God,
accent.
I've got to turn on the TV and see what's going on with. I've heard there's a virus. I'm gonna go see what the president. Oh, okay. I'm following him on Twitter. He says that there's nothing to worry about, that more people die from the flu and there's nothing to close. 1 fucking week later, the motherfucker's declaring a national emergency. What? I'm confused. How did we go from it's nothing, guys, this is not a thing, to everyone, we should probably maybe stop going outside. He didn't even say that at first. I'm upset too, because during the first fucking national emergency, when he declared this is a fucking national emergency, the very first thing he should be saying is, okay, guys, it's probably a good idea that unless you fucking have to, and now I understand that people have to go to work, but unless you fucking have to, you should probably start staying home, and we should probably start practicing social distancing at this point, because I think there's a fucking pandemic happening, and I think we should probably try to stop this thing from spreading. He didn't even really say that. It was more just there's some shit going on and I'm gonna fucking inject some money in the fuck. Oh no, you know what he did? He fucking said you can go to Walmart and you can get your testing.
That was an ad, yeah.
At Walmart, you can go to CVS and get your other shit. Thank Google for setting up a web page. And by the way, it's a really good web page,
right?
Not like that other motherfucker bullshit ass web page, Obama.
He did ask if they had any business questions.
He's like, if anyone has any questions for these businesses, we've got. And this is not Trump. I don't know how to do a Trump.
No,
but I think that's Clinton. But he didn't fucking. It was just still like a business thing, and it's an ad. And then I'm sitting there like, holy shit, we've just declared when's the last time we've declared a national emergency? Someone tell me.
1976.
Is that true?
I think so. Is it?
Not in my lifetime.
So this is a big deal, guys.
9/11.
9/11.
Oh, okay.
But was that declared national emergency?
I don't think so. Last time, let me Google it.
I think you Googled it, and it was 1976.
Those boys were not in control.
Yeah.
President back then either. So.
Yeah. Well,
but we should ask. We should ask his supporters how we got there.
Well, they have an
answer. I
answer.
want to know how they're spinning this in their brain.
Well, they definitely are. But okay, so we have us who's been in lockdown, and then on the other end of the spectrum, we have Medra who just got off of vacation. And Junior, where are you in the spectrum here?
I am at home. I've been at home in my comfortable little peaceful ashram-like environment. I'm stocked. I think I could go at least I think I can go a year
Really?
if I ration this. Yeah.
Okay. What
I can just eat very little bit.
Okay, so there's some purchases that I've made that I've like patted myself on my back on the back where I'm like, I don't think anyone's thought of that. Or like, what's the main thing you have that you're like extremely proud of having or happy that you have?
Well, I've been like building up to this, so I wouldn't say that like I went out and like bought things for this,
Right.
other than just some more food.
Okay.
So I would have to say that last year, in the summer, I wisely invested in a hot tub, and it has been the best decision that I've made in years. So I'm really grateful for that.
That's good.
And if I can get my $2,000 a month, I'm living cherry.
Right.
Amen.
Popping bottles in the hot tub.
Yeah. Also, I did pick up quite a few extra party favors just in case I get bored while I'm here.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm good. I'm in a safe environment.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm protected. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not driving.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like, this couldn't be better.
Are we going to go?
Except for all the dying and shit.
Obviously,
Right. Yes.
I'm a shut-in. Tamara and I are introverts. We stay home all the time. We never leave our house unless we go to eat Mexican food. But is the average American going to lose their fucking mind because they
being at home?
Because they are cabin fever. They're stuck with the kids. We homeschool our
the
kids.
wife too. Like
okay?
You're stuck with your husband and or wife that maybe you're not around all the time.
Now,
or,
Well, they might start fucking again.
Right.
Now, not only do you have the stress,
Except for, Medra and Mrs. Medra, we all know that they...
We got ours in.
they
We got ours in this morning and yesterday, so we are on schedule. Keeping ourselves busy.
okay, guys, this show is not just to fucking, tell everyone that we're all fucked. No, this show.
Well, I don't think that's what he was saying.
This show.
No, we fucked. We fucked.
Right.
Yeah, this show is to entertain and give you tips on how to survive the apocalypse. That's right. This is Quarantine and Chill.
Right.
We are Euclid and Oaks. We've got Junior Lancaster.
Stay home.
We had Medra,
buy a hot tub.
we had Windio here. We're gonna survive this. Let me just tell everyone at home. We are going to make it, guys. We've got this. Whatever your political views, if you're a right-wing wacko like Aziz, overdose, religious wacko. I'm joking, Aziz. I love you.
The claw.
I'm a friend we're friends. Or you're a leftist hippie like all of us here on this show right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm in the middle. Okay, I'm perfect. Okay, I got some right-wing views.
Really?
And I got some left-wing views, and I'm zen as fuck.
No, you're not.
Definitely. But yeah, are you guys still there?
Did you hang up on both of them?
Oh, we can talk now?
No, I'm not done.
Yep,
Sorry,
I was just having sex.
Did you guys take a little nap there?
I feel like they were together.
So jealous. So jealous.
We're in the hot tub.
I don't even remember the last time I had sex. You kidding me? It's been a while.
So
Stop.
Listen,
That's a different podcast.
Yeah.
I want everyone to take a deep fucking breath and realize that we're gonna make it. Whatever your political views, whatever your religious beliefs, whatever the fuck it is, we're still all humans. Okay, we're all humans.
Well, Window thinks that there might be some lizard people among us. So.
Okay, might be some lizard people. I'm not sure if Aziz is. I think he might be a lizard person.
I think he's just trolling. I think he knows that we're all telling the truth, and we always have. He just plays this like,
Yeah.
I'm really uninformed.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me just back up my guy every way I can. Shut up, you.
He's made poor choices before, but we forgive him.
Oh yeah, let's not go there. Anyway, guys, so what do we do to make it through this? We watch Star Wars with our family.
Really?
We play board games. We stay home. We eat whatever little food we've gathered. Hopefully you've gathered enough because it's not going to last long, everyone. Eventually you're going to have to eat the cat.
I'm actually packing some food for my friend who's here, and I'm giving him some fresh fruit that I have and stuff,
Nice.
Maybe it's a good time for people to be kind.
Yes.
Yeah. If you have, give. So speaking of, let's do a TP count. All right, how many rolls of toilet paper everybody got?
How many rolls of toilet?
I mean,
We
You
don't
don't need
have
to know
enough.
that, buddy.
So we know who has all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
People get robbed for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Toilet paper is the new gold.
Toilet paper? No, we don't have any.
Yeah.
No. We don't have a square to spare. Not a square.
All right, Yuki, give us some tips for let's say we lose the power grid.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Let's say we lose communication. I know you're in the process of trying to build some ham radios and stuff like that. I think Nipox was helping you out, right? But say the average person, no communication with the outside world, no power, water shut off.
Ooh.
What is the first thing they need to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Mr. Prepared.
No, listen to me.
Linda.
Okay. Food and shelter and water and safety. Those are like the things you got to think about, right? You've got to think about how the fuck you're going to feed your family, how the fuck you're going to get them water, how you're going to keep them safe. And you've got to, you got to keep a roof over their heads. If there's a situation, guys, where the fucking grid is gone down and there's no more water coming to your home and you don't have power, I hate to say this, guys, but it's not a good fucking thing. It's very bleak. And what I would worry more than anything for anyone
is how Junior Lancaster is going to fill up his hot tub.
No, I honestly, guys, would
I live
worry.
by the water.
I would seriously worry about your safety, because I think at that point, and I'm not even talking about just the roving fucking gangs of people looking for homes to fucking break into, because guess what? The cops aren't going to come, and you've got to be able to protect your family.
Yeah, speaking about that, like movies and stuff. What if the Purge comes next? You have crazy motherfuckers out there who have guns now.
Right,
who
because
didn't
there's no cops.
before.
Because, guys, they've already fucking... A friend of mine was just tweeting out, Flipcrypt, how his local police department was tweeting out that they're not going to start... They're going to stop responding to certain low-level crimes, okay? What happens...
Yeah, any non-violent crime.
That's also Portland, Oregon said the same thing. Mm-hmm. What happens, guys, when you pick up the phone? Let's say you still have a phone, and 911 is like not answering, or they can't come right now because they're over fucking whelmed because all the officers are sick or they're taking care of their families. You've got to think about this shit. Is it too late? I don't know, fucking know. I don't know if, I mean, yeah, you could still go out right now and buy shit and buy supplies. And I'm not advocating everyone go out and fucking get a gun, but you've got to fucking think about your safety when the systems fail, when 911 cannot fucking come to your door and help you. What are you going to do in that situation?
Call 411.
I mean, if you're going to dig a fucking moat, which I've already done, you might want to call 411, but guys, I'm not kidding when I say this. I know.
So like, give you an example. So I've had this conversation with the wife. We had it because, we've been at least, I like to stay informed. I like to stay up to date with whatever's going on. So we had this conversation back in January. Late January, we went for our first stock supply run, and we just got basic dry goods. And then end of February, I was like, you know what? We every time we went grocery shopping, we would just grab a few extra things. And then we finally, at the end of February, we did what I call our bulk run, and we got everything that I thought we would need for the rest of the year. And then, we've had even this past week, we're on vacation, and, seeing everything going on kind of from afar. Cause I was trying to create this sense of like, hey, everything's okay for my wife and kid, but I'm having to tell her, I'm like, hey, this is so-and-so cases. This is how many cases we have in our own town, and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, what do we do? Where do we get, what's that point that we get to where we have to say, okay, we have to leave our house? That's like the furthest that you can think ahead, right? Okay, how bad does it get to where I have to say, okay, we're leaving the house? And luckily, I know you guys, we're currently in a major metropolitan area. And my first thinking is, okay, luckily we have property way outside of town in a small, secluded kind of area. Mm-hmm. And that's our go-to. That's where we could go, and I feel comfortable having my family there.
Right.
A lot of, and a lot of people don't think that's, they're like, okay, well, what do? I just stay home if everything's getting shit bad.
Mhm.
Well, if you don't have supplies, if you don't, unfortunately have a way to protect yourself, then no, you do need to get up and go.
But where?
It just, how crazy is this? Like, I had to have this conversation with my wife,
I know.
like we're actually having to have these theoretical, like, hey, let's just go ahead and plan for the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that plan entail? And we're having to walk through this myriad number of just different fucking scenarios. Like even on our drive back, we drove back and it was about 8-9 hours the first day driving and then 5 hours the second day. Well, the first day driving back, my kid was watching a movie, had his headphones on, and we just kind of went through the doomsday just for fun, just to talk it out. Like, what's the doomsday scenario? Because this is what, this is what humanity's been doing for thousands of years. It's like, oh, the world's going to end. Okay, what do we do? And we have it in movies and books and everything like that, which is, speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and chill. I think my reading material for next week is going to be Cormac McCarthy's The Road.
Okay.
Oh.
It is Oprah's Book Club,
Ah.
National Book Critics Circle Award finalist.
Wow.
But no, so like getting to that point, like we were having that conversation. Okay, well let's walk down that avenue of how bad things have to get for us to go out into the country and kind of like restart our lives. And just having to have that conversation and having to have it, and almost, we were joking about it, but we were also like, okay, well, no, well, shit, that's what we're going to have to do. A lot of people probably are going to have to have this kind of conversations. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad. Hopefully it's just like, okay, I need to find another way to make money for my family. Like that's going to be the main thing. A lot of people over the next few months, they're going to be like, okay, well, I'm out of a job. How do I make money? And what industries are still going to be able to support, what, 150 million people, in our country? Like,
Right.
What industries are still going to be around and be able to pay those people? That's something that a lot of people are going to have to worry about. And it's weird. I mean, and like Junior said, and World War II was probably the last time. My grandfather was in World War II, came back. The government paid for him to go to college, got a college degree, and he was able to provide for his family. He went into engineering. But it's going to be really interesting to see what's still available for people to be able to make and earn a living, a consistent living. And not just a fucking gig economy. I mean, it's like this, it's so ridiculous that we've gotten to the point where it's like, oh, hey, you're having to do daily chores to make a living. And part of that is that thing that Wendy was talking about, Junior was talking about earlier, like colleges don't mean shit anymore. Like learn a trade, learn a hands-on trade, and you are pretty much guaranteed moving forward that you're going to be able to provide for yourself and your family, whether or not that's an electrician, plumber, and it doesn't have to be pretty. Everybody wants to have the suit and do this and do that. No, fuck, you're going to have to get your hands dirty over the next few months.
Yeah.
Over the next few years, be prepared to get dirty.
What happens when everyone loses their fucking job?
Well, everyone.
They wanted their coal jobs back. Now they'll have them.
Yeah.
What?
Oh wow.
I'm not even
Send them
joking.
in the mines.
Not even
Send them in the
smiling.
mines. No,
What?
seriously. We're going to have to go back to mining fucking coal. You're going to be on a train, riding a train from the East Coast to the West Coast. Oh, man. How cool would that be, though?
Are we going to go back in time now? Is that what's going to happen? Is this virus going to take us back to where we're...
I don't think so.
No, I don't mean literally back in time. I'm saying like, like you're saying, we're going to have to start fucking burning coal to fucking... I mean, I know we still burn coal to fucking power generators to power the power plants and shit. But are we going to go back? Is this going to take us back to the Dark Ages? Why couldn't it? Why couldn't this create such a... If everyone gets sick and the system starts to fail, it takes... I tweeted some shit about be prepared if the system go down, okay? And somebody, a young person, was like, yo, bro, most of that shit is automated. That shit's not going to fail. I'm like, dude, you're fucking clueless if you think the system is automated. It takes a human at every fucking step of the way to make this shit work, to make your light stay on. Ask for Moby, okay? He's there working. It takes a fucking human intervention at every little minor step of the way to keep the lights on. And when everyone's sick, what the fuck? Who's going to keep the lights on? We're not to the point where AI is taking care of us yet. Okay? It takes human intervention for every tiny little step to keep your fucking water flowing and to keep your lights on. It takes a fucking human.
Well, I do think that it is going to, make changes. And I think that we're going to maybe possibly be more. I mean, I already see people tweeting that, like, Crypto Gay Guy, he's bought, like we did, a bunch of seeds to plant. So it's like, I think more people will be into gardening and just kind of being more
self-sufficient. It's called being self-sufficient, which we're not. Okay, we are totally fucking dependent on the system. We are completely down to the fucking second.
I was worried about that. Like, what happens to the people who waited to the last minute and now there isn't shit in the grocery store?
What happens?
I mean, not all the grocery stores are like that, but what if you go to the grocery store and there isn't shit to eat and you can't stock up, and then all of a sudden there is no grocery store? What happens to those people?
What happens when you can't even call Uber Eats to bring you your fucking KFC Big Bucket? Huh? What happens then? Okay.
That's Donald Trump, because he's pissed about that.
What happens when, like I said, you call 911 because there's some fucking kids outside banging on your fucking door going, give us your fucking TP? What happens when 911 is fucking busy, guys? Oh, no. No, 911 can't be busy.
They don't have any new cases, right? China said they had no new cases. So yesterday I ordered Chinese food and the delivery was here, and I'm not shitting you, 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. So they're up and running. Like, I'm just gonna order Chinese food.
So
right. So you've got it figured out.
We're still
nobody else is ordering. I think that's the thing. They're like, please call and order food from us.
Right.
Okay.
We'll drop it off in 20 minutes.
So we are completely locked down, but up until a week ago, I was driving to Walmart Walmart grocery pickup, and they would just put it in my fucking trunk, right? We are now to the point where we're receiving grocery delivery. Okay. And I
obsessively spray it and then wipe the shit down.
And I have a sign that
because
says,
because there's no fucking way I'm going to have stayed in the house and then get something because I've ordered groceries. Like, but at what point do I stop ordering groceries? Like, what point is it not safe now that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I'm almost adequate. I'd like to order some more groceries. I mean, I just want to keep ordering them until you can't order them anymore. But that's the question. Where's the point? But what about the people who haven't been doing that or haven't slowly been stocking up and shit? And then it's just, they say cash is a thing, and that I don't even think that everyone really knows anything about this yet. Like,
I think it's going to have to get to a certain point. I mean, right now, everything I've seen as far as the overall supply chain, right? So, like, even the stores that were sold out, they're still getting shipments. For it to get to that point to where there's no longer a supply chain in place, it's going to have to get really, really bad. Mm-hmm. And if that happens, then yes, then we're talking about all those hypotheticals. Then we're talking about, like, okay, now things have gotten to the point where, like, if supply chain isn't running anymore, that's your, that's almost that point that we have to,
we are seeing that now, though. Like, I can't order water. I have to go to the motherfucking store to buy water. I don't want to go to the fucking store to buy water. I want you to bring me my fucking water, even if it's just a jug, if I'm still ordering, whatever. But now it's like you can only get two cans of sardines now, or 2 cans.
Is he pouring water right now?
We can hear
I'm hoping that's what he's doing.
Junior, we can hear you.
My bad.
I'm having deja vu.
He's rubbing it in our fucking faces right now. He's got an unlimited water supply.
I have water. I'm not thirsty yet. But that's what I'm saying. Like, why? Like, there are problems because people can't get. I've been hearing, like, there's no meat at the grocery store. First of all, what the fuck is your ass doing in the grocery store, and why aren't you doing grocery delivery too? But, like, people aren't getting things right now. Some people.
Okay.
So
I want
that's a problem, right, with the supply chain a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to remind everyone that this episode of Quarantine Chill is brought to you by Solid Gold Bidets. That's right. If you're going to use a bidet, you might as well use a solid gold one.
Right. No one's gonna steal your bidet.
Our bidets are not only made out of
place to hide your gold,
solid gold,
in the shitter. Like,
they're
literally.
Also diamond encrusted.
Okay.
All right. So I think I don't know. So I think I just saw on the news. So let me see here. 2 U.S. congressmen test positive for coronavirus.
What happened, guys? Can I have the?
Yay!
Yeah, a Republican from Florida and a Democrat from Utah.
What happens
Hey, I'll take it.
Both
I'll
were
take
in
it.
Congress. Both were in Congress up until, I think one said Saturday, and then it doesn't say on the other one.
What happens when the government starts getting the virus, gang? Because the government's all a bunch of old fogies. What happens?
Oh, a lot of them already do. They just haven't been tested yet. I mean, you're already seeing
Yep.
two congressmen already have it. If they were up there for the past week and a half, it says one of them left Saturday. That means they've been in contact with
All the other
pretty
ones.
much Congress.
Yeah, and shaking hands and
What happens when Trump and all them are up there giving the fucking press conference and they all look really, really bad?
Right. Well, how about that too,
really
guys?
Bad.
How about our president and like we're talking about social distancing and elbow bumping instead of handshaking, and there he is standing like inches away from other people, adjusting microphones and handshaking. It's like no one is used to doing this shit.
I said that. I said Trump has it when I saw him the first time.
Well, you said he has it, and I said he's taken something that he's not even worried he's going to fucking get it.
You could also go that way. You could say
he doesn't seem
Yeah,
worried.
Putin gave it to him.
He doesn't seem worried at all that he could get it.
He's supposedly a germaphobe too.
If you're a germaphobe,
he's a germaphobe. Yeah.
If you're a germaphobe, you're around people. There's a virus out, and you're not looking like a little bit worried to me, like about shaking hands and shit. Then why?
Does Trump have the fucking the antidote? And all of us are going to get the thin the herd, drain the swamp.
Drain the swamp.
Drain the snake.
Trump and the elites. Okay, put your tinfoil hat on. Are you guys ready? Strap in.
Yep.
Put your tinfoil hat on. What if Trump and all the elites and all the CEOs that fucking left, right? Remember that? Remember all the CEOs left? Motherfucking Microsoft Gates just stepped down. But there's a slew, and I know he's not a fucking CEO. I get that shit on Twitter. He's not the CEO. No shit, asshole. I'm just making a fucking point that all the motherfuckers left. Why? Because, let me tell you why.
Yeah, tell us why. Why?
Because they have the antidote, and they've taken it, right?
And they're all on their property in New Zealand
and
now?
They've all flown to New Zealand, and they're in their fucking bunker, and they're fine. They don't even need to be in a bunker because they got the antidote. Okay? And then we all fucking die and shit.
No. Well, I'm not.
What about that? Is that possible?
They don't want that.
Right.
They don't want everyone to die. They want to still enjoy like their cush lifestyle and stuff. They want more slaves.
What if
the point is to make everyone poor is what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
What happens when our government?
Somebody posted a quote, and I can't remember. I know Scott Melker posted. I think he tagged somebody.
He's been on point.
He retweeted it. It was something about right now the elites are in the back rooms right now going, how much money do we have to give to the 99.9% of the population to make sure that us as the 0.1% get to keep doing what we're doing? That's what's that's what they're trying to do. That's why they're giving. That's why they want to give money to the airlines, to the banks, to everything. They want to just go, hey, here's your $1,000. Let us keep business as usual, because we don't. They do not want to shake the boat. They are fucking happy as can be with their stock buybacks and whatever it is they can do. They want to keep it away. Now, if they thin the herd a little bit in the process and get a little bit more control over what we do, how we do, where we work, how we work, then yes, they're going to do that. So I don't know. I'm not good with tinfoil hats.
Okay, Famobi, who was tweeting about this shit a long time ago in the chat, just says good news is right around the corner. I wonder what he's talking about. What good news, Famobi? I sent you a link in the DM if you want to join us here live on the air.
There's so many people working on vaccines right now.
Okay.
There's so many. There's so many people.
Let's
that
go there,
want
Medra.
this.
Would you trust getting a vaccine?
Good.
Okay.
Good point.
So here's the deal. Like, we have medications that have been years being tested and made and tested on people and studied and reports and all the shit, right? And then given to the public, okay? Yeah. And then years later, we see, have you taken this drug?
1-800-BAD-DRUG.
Death, and your dick will fall off, and you might grow wings.
The question is, would I take the vaccine if they had one readily available within the next few weeks, few months?
Yes.
Right?
Would you?
There's only one person I would let give me that vaccine. Do you know who it is?
Doc Trog, right?
Doc Trog.
Doc Trog, who was at Disney World.
Yes.
Right.
Because he's obviously already taken the vaccine, and I know it works.
Good point.
You're good with the tinfoil hat. See?
Good point.
There we go.
Doc Trock
Now
has,
you're right on point.
Doc Trock has
And it would have
antidote.
to be a shot in the butt.
Right.
Well,
is what
of
it would
course.
have to be.
Would you have to expose
Or the ball sack.
Would you have to expose your bare buttocks to Trog? Would you be okay showing your bare buttocks to Trog?
How do you know I haven't already?
Oh, hey.
With your beanbag hanging out.
Your beanbag. Your Franks and beans
Oh my
exposed
gosh.
for Doc Trog to check to make
Oh my
sure
God.
everything's in place. Are you okay with that?
Hey, I do
Turn your head and cough.
want to give a shout out to Doc Trog, man. He's somebody that this, crypto Twitter, just anybody in general can go to him and ask him a
I know.
question.
Yeah.
He will give you a straight, non-biased answer.
Mhm.
Yep.
And he will, if he doesn't have it, he will help direct you to where you can hopefully find the right kind of information that you're looking for.
Yeah.
He is truly, truly one of the best people that we have in this space, and I'm very honored to call him my friend and my doctor.
Amen.
Also,
And
need
your
to
doctor.
you need to refill my prescription, Charles.
Oh, yes.
I see what's going on here.
Did you see where Trump is saying he's going to make telemedicine more like available and shit? So I mean, that's what I'm saying though. That like I feel like everything's gonna fucking flip on its head, and there's gonna be some good things that are gonna come out of this if we all don't fucking die.
Well, I'm worried about vaccine, honestly. I
Do you
don't
know-
know about it.
Oh shit.
What?
So this is exactly like V for Vendetta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Exactly.
Junior, this is exactly like so many things
I know,
meshed
it's
into
weird.
one. Like, I mean, I've been watching all the
but the
shit
V for
again.
Vendetta was like a flu, it was a pandemic, and it spread. Like it was
Right.
literally a pandemic, and just like it's crazy.
Dude.
It's following it like a fucking movie.
Dude,
Well, I mean, we were just watching The Stand
Contagion.
again. It's
The
like,
fucking movie
what?
Contagion
It's
is
like,
exactly
what the fuck?
this.
Yeah, Contagion. I mean, there's so many movies that it just follows right along
It's
with.
exactly. Hey guys, what about the fucking? Okay, first of all, the dude wrote about this in the book. Remember that?
Stephen King?
No,
Dinar Kuntz.
Dinar Coots wrote
Oh,
a story.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
How about that? Second, my wife
What?
showed me today where fucking
Oh, Nostradamus.
Nostradamus predicted
Well,
this shit.
there's
kind
a
of.
lot. But yeah, but
He
that,
said,
I don't know. That one might be fake.
well, yeah. I mean, who knows online what is? Because I heard the Dinar Kuntz one was as well. So.
"Oh, really? The Dinar
Well,
Coots is
I
fake."
heard that it was altered, like that it didn't say Wuhan, like that it was something else. So I don't know either. I probably have the book behind me. I just have to go find it, and I just
Okay.
haven't really felt like doing
Guys,
that.
the thing about this is we're gonna all have to figure this shit out as we go. I mean, I think we're at this point. My worry is that we're having to put a lot of faith in a leadership that I don't trust. I don't trust the Trump.
Well, would you trust any leadership?
No, I
Okay.
wouldn't. Obviously, that's why we're prepared for the worst. I think I'm worried for all of us. There's no point in panicking. There's no point in over worrying, but you've got to fucking be prepared. And at this point, if you're still not social distancing, I'm sorry, but you're a fool. You need to stop interacting with people as much as possible. I know that's hard and that sucks, but if you can, fucking stay home, quarantine, and chill. I got to go to the bathroom. So,
Number one or number two?
I mean, you guys can keep going. I'll come
you want to
back.
come right back? Does either one of you need to leave, or
Are we? Y'all want to keep going
Lancaster,
for a little while?
Your hot tub ready, or
I DM'd Doc
Trog.
Trog, and he said that his little one is currently singing "Let It Go" really loudly, but he's going to try to hop on. So you guys keep the thing going for a little while. I'm going to go hit the bathroom, and unless y'all are ready to stop now.
No, I'm chilling. Man.
Okay, good. I'll be back.
He's quarantining.
I think mine was downstairs singing, but I don't know what he was singing.
You couldn't tell.
It was shower time. I could just hear him singing in the shower, so I was like, all right, he's occupied.
I feel like Little Medra makes up his own songs, so he was probably singing a Little Medra original.
He absolutely does. He's very, very musical, very animated. So so we're really not too worried about moving forward because there's definitely plenty enough to keep him entertained. I think right now, the past 2 days, because we got back in town Monday, so we spent literally the past 2 days just going, okay, well, shit. Okay, originally his school was closed for a week. Now it's for 4 weeks. All right, we need a game plan. His teacher, very hands-on, so we have kind of a daily curriculum that she kind of recommended to follow. We can obviously deviate and kind of mix and match with things here and there. So today was the first day of actually kind of implementing all those things and getting to have a little bit of fun with it. So this morning was we did math, reading, geography, states, and shit like that. And then we took a break, went and played outside, rode bikes, then painting, and then he got to earn some tablet time. So he got to get on his tablet and play games. And then after that, I was like, all right, it was my wife's turn to take over, because that was my full morning with them.
I know. See, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like, everyone's life is changing, and there's going to be a lot of new things. So I don't know. Lancaster, would you take the virus if they came right now to your door and said, sir, mandatory virus giving? Would you happily lend your butt cheek?
No.
Right.
Absolutely not.
I am right there with you. I'm like, I don't know about this,
I would ask, first of all, if they had a warrant to be on the property.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
which they would say, no, they don't have one.
Please video if that happens. We need video. So, I see Yuki chatting right now from the bathroom.
Sorry, I'm eating an apple with peanut butter.
Right.
So like every time I finish the spoon of peanut butter, I'm like, fuck, I have to grab a new spoon to go into the peanut butter.
Well.
So now I'll be like, how many spoons do I want to wash? When I'm like, I want peanut butter. How many spoons do I want to wash of peanut butter?
Hey, here's a peanut butter question. So when you're making a peanut butter and jelly, do you use a knife or a spoon?
Great question.
I use a jelly knife or like a butter knife.
Yeah, butter knife.
Fancy knife? Yeah.
I use a butter knife too.
And like,
you can't get that shit on there with
a
spoon.
cheese knife. I use a cheese knife.
Because you're fancy.
And I use a butter knife. I use 2 knives.
Right. Does your pinky go up in the air?
I started just using a spoon for both. I use the back of the spoon for the peanut butter, the front of the spoon for the jelly. Now, here's my issue. If you're going to cut the sandwich, the spoon isn't going to work.
No.
You have to use a knife. But if you're leaving the sandwich whole, you can use the spoon and knock out both. The peanut butter spreads easier, I think, and so does the jelly with the back of the spoon.
It also spreads easier onto your tongue in your mouth after you finish.
I don't know how many jars of peanut butter I have right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is.
I just got another like a 5-pound tub of peanut butter because I was helping my friend close up his restaurant.
Oh.
And he's like, here's peanut butter, take this. And I was like, It's like a huge can.
Now you're overindulging
Creamy
in it.
too. Creamy.
Oh, you monster.
The good shit.
Yeah. I have a mix of both. I have creamy and I have crunchy. But I gotta say, like, if I'm eating just out of the jar, it's creamy.
Really? I'm crunchy, but
Even out of the jar, straight crunchy.
Crunchy. But I'm not a big peanut butter fan. I mean, I'll do peanut butter, but I'm not a big fan of it. So I don't know.
So
Welcome back. How was the poop?
It was not because
was it creamy or chunky?
It wasn't a poo. It was just a pee-pee.
Oh my goodness.
Did you send off any tweets while you were down there?
No, I just chatted with you guys.
He was in the chat box.
I swear I heard a ding of someone on here, but I'm not sure now. I don't know. Oh well.
Somebody was pooping.
Yeah.
All right, so all-time favorite end of the world movies. What do we got?
Oh my goodness, that's like...
Okay. Well, Junior, you take the first. Go for it.
I need to think about that for a second.
Me too. I can't. I know. Like,
they're like right now. I guarantee because like you look at the Netflix and you look at the stats and everything, and like all the apocalyptic movies have just like surged up. Contagion was like the #1 trending for a few weeks. We watched The Happening last night, kind of a non-traditional into the world, the M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, okay.
Where the grass and the trees and everything release the toxin that make people want to kill themselves, kind of thing.
You just spoiled it for me.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Dumbledore dies. Dumbledore dies. I'm so sorry.
God damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the doctor himself.
And gentlemen.
Doc Trog, the whitest man on the planet.
Wow.
It's Doc Trog.
Throwback.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
How you doing, Doc?
God, you even sound white.
He's so white. Doc Trog is so white that I don't have any Trog so white jokes loaded up. Doc Trog
I got one. I got one.
What?
Doc Trog is so white that when he goes to the movie theater, he still gets a sunburn.
Hold on, we have a whole chat of just Doc Trog so white jokes. Let me pull it up.
The thing is, you guys don't have to worry about this anymore because there are no more HR departments.
Right.
True. Yeah.
That's true.
No one to complain.
Hey, silver linings.
Yes, there's always a silver lining.
Doc Trog is so white, he has doilies on the headrests of his minivan.
That's recycled.
Yeah. That's an old one.
There's some good stuff. There's some good stuff in that Trog So White collective.
Yeah.
I can't even find it anymore.
Well, it's because we stopped doing them. I think we just started chatting.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Last year.
Yeah, it turned into a fucking chat.
Yeah.
Holy shit, guys. Have we not all been... Oh, my God. What is that? Okay. Don't look in the group DMs while you're doing a show.
Was it a penis?
No.
Someone was licking someone's eyeball. I don't know.
Yeah. These fucking chats are so funny, guys. I mean, holy shit. How long have we fucking known each other and been doing this shit?
A little while.
Feels like 3,000 years.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Since
crazy.
the world wasn't ending.
Listen, actually,
$15,000 ago.
every fucking month the world is ending. You have no idea. Yeah. I don't even know how many times I've had to like run out and figure out what's going on in the past 2 years.
Yeah, nothing like this though. There's been nothing.
No, they've
nothing
built
like
up. To
right. This is a build up. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are all the dry runs.
Yeah. Test pumps. They were all test pumps.
Right.
Trog, what is your take on all this? Please, you're a learned man. You're a doctor. Tell us.
On all this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope that in a few months, 6 months, whatever it is, we can look back and say this was all overkill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that'd be my hope. Of course, we'll never really know if it was necessary or if it was all just a bunch of crap. But yeah, I hope we can look back and remember better times.
I don't want to hear about your hope now. I want to hear about what you think.
Yeah,
I want to hear about what you think.
What does the doctor say?
What I
For
think,
real, as a doctor.
I think people are freaking out. I think some of it's justified. I think you got to be prepared, but I think lots of people have said the same thing. Be prepared, but no panicking. Like, we don't need to be. This isn't the purge.
Yes.
Like, you're not going to lose your electricity. The water's not being shut off. But at the same time, you need to be cautious and stay home if you can. A lot of people that are at the front lines of stuff, they don't have the choice to stay home. But if you can, then just chill out for a little while. Let it pass.
Now, Trog,
there's a lot of people they're doing, that are putting themselves in harm's way for, and it's so selfless, I don't have, that's not something that I'm worrying about on a daily basis, but there's a lot of families right now that have their loved ones in that position, and that just magnifies what is going on. I mean, that's just something. Trog, I don't know if you heard, I gave you a shout out earlier. I said I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
He did.
Yeah, I'm fortunate. So my clinic, all of our clinics have gone almost completely virtual. We're in the matter of a weekend, we converted from a traditional family practice to virtual clinics. So we're seeing everything, or trying to screen everybody over the phone. And the only things we're seeing in the office are like if you just need to come in for blood work, or you have a sprained ankle or something like that, but you're still getting a phone call before to make sure you're not coughing or feverish or something, because we're already everybody's short staffed. If we lose one MA, then we're kind of medical assistant. We're done for.
Right.
So we've shifted everything to virtual, but not everybody has that luxury. My old clinic job I was at 3 years ago, they've changed nothing. So they're seeing sick people, well people, everybody side by side, and I just think that's foolish right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do we do, Doc, when the hospitals are overrun with sick people?
Well, don't go to the hospital if you don't need a hospital. I mean, that's the first thing. I've heard some stories of ERs in New York City, and it's probably happening everywhere, but people just going because they want to be tested. They heard that nobody else is testing except the emergency room, so I'm going to go and be tested. But really, what I've been telling patients that call, I've talked to patients from several different states now, and I don't know what testing is like and everywhere else, but basically, if you're sick but you're healthy enough to stay home, then just stay home. You don't, just because you get a swab up your nose and you get a confirmed test, it's not going to change the plan for you. You're either okay, so you're positive, so stay home. Okay, you're negative, but you're still sick, so stay home. Like, you don't need to go to an ER and now you're definitely exposed. Now you've been coughed on by 50 other people in the waiting room. Just avoid that if you can. But if you're sick, we still need to see people that have an appendix that's going to rupture. We still need to see kids that have RSV, and there's just a lot of other crap that needs to be taken care of. So don't clog it up with nonsense.
Right.
Which really should just be common sense all the time. Like, people that go to the ER at 2 a.m. because they've had a sore throat for an hour. Like, how about just chill for a day?
Right.
Like, what do you want us to do?
Right.
Yeah, I saw one of the posts earlier, just regarding if you do have to go to the hospital, just kind of like just general guidelines. Like, if you do have to go, don't bring all your friends and your family. Like, if it's something you can go take care of yourself, take care of by yourself. Now, are they recommending, like, if you do have to go to the hospital for something, say you have to go to the ER, should you wear a mask? Should you wear gloves?
If you have access to a mask, if you have respiratory symptoms and have access to a mask, you should wear it. They're asking that you call ahead, which I had to call the health department yesterday, and it was a 30-minute hold.
Wow.
And so obviously, like, if you're struggling to breathe, you can't stay on the phone for 30 minutes. Call 911 or just go. But they're asking you call ahead, take precautions. If you do have respiratory, some of the hospitals will actually meet you out in the parking lot to take your temperature, do a swab, do your vitals, that kind of stuff. We just got notified, our local hospital system, they're limiting the number of visitors. So for adult patients in the hospital, there's no visitation anymore. Yep. If you're a pediatric patient, can have one visitor, so one parent. And if you're there for labor and delivery, which, man, that's got to suck right now. But you can have one visitor during labor and delivery, and they cannot stay after delivery. Basically, it's like get in, get out, and don't get exposed.
A person that goes by the name Fun Faces just says, Trog, the kind of dude who tell you he's out of test kits, but he uses a box a day to test his pool's pH balance.
Okay, you guys, hold on. I
that guy was dead.
Is that true, Trog?
I have a question. I want you guys to put on your tinfoil hats for just a second again. Now, speaking of Fun Face, speaking of it, okay?
Uh-huh.
It seemed to disappear on Twitter around the time that this thing became a big deal. Is it the virus?
Yeah. Is Fun Face?
It's the physical manifestation of all the symptoms rolled up into a body. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. That's fair.
Okay.
I can't say no.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything to prove that wrong.
Well, if we can't say no, then
definitely gave me some. And I don't believe that's the real Fun Face. Just so you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bud.
What you doing?
I'm talking with some friends.
Hi, little Medra.
Here, you come say hi?
Sure.
Say hi.
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 little Meds.
How you doing, man?
Tell me about your day.
Where did Fun Face say this? Where are you guys at?
In the group chat. I mean the Steam chat. Fuck. I mean, sorry, I cussed. Hi, little Medra. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, are you guys on still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were,
Yeah.
we were,
Okay, yeah, he can't hear you. I got the headphones on, so don't worry about the language.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Everybody says hi. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he can't hear us.
Do you have to go to school tomorrow?
I don't have to go to school tomorrow.
Yay.
Woohoo! And there's a silver lining.
There you go. That's
Oh,
good.
here, you want to put the headphones on?
Yeah.
Learn a few bad words. Okay, I just for the record, I can't hear you guys. He has the headphones on.
Okay. So tell us about your dad.
Yeah.
Tell us about your dad.
Something,
Something really, really, really that no one else knows.
No, don't.
No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
They said something about your dad.
He's telling them to go. Here, hey, I'm gonna
tattling already.
I'm gonna go get him in bed. I'll check back in a little bit.
Good night,
All
little
right.
Medja.
Bye,
Say
Medja.
good night, guys.
Good
Bye.
night.
You
wanna sing?
my
Here,
kids
sing
are
one.
currently set up on the couch watching a movie. So
All right.
Do the scoot.
when there's no school, it's just spring break rules forever.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Don't have to get up at a certain time, I guess. So we learn better
I
at a
need
later
to
hour.
sing a song.
Okay.
Okay.
Do it. Scoot.
I can do it.
Do it. No, it's nobody there. There's nobody there. It's just me recording. I'll play it back to you, okay? All right. Scoot.
Skid you really?
You say scoot your booty? Scoot that.
Skid that booty. Skid that booty.
All right,
It's
I'm gonna get
horrible.
into that.
It's
No more- I think you had too much here. I'll check back with you guys here in a little bit. Peace.
All right.
Good night, guys. Good night, little Medja. Oh, adorable.
Isn't it that's
What?
the kids, guys?
What about them?
I want to wait till I don't want.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm just, I mean, it's like,
We're going to talk about death.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly. It's like, it's the kids. I mean, what? How is this gonna affect them? Like, you know what I mean? It's not just all of us. We're adults. We can handle this shit.
Some
mostly.
of us cannot.
Yeah.
How do the kids
Yeah,
cope?
The rich adults think we can't.
How do you tell your kids? I've already talked to my 10-year-old. How do you tell your kids and little ones? I'm talking like 4, 5, 6 years old. How do you explain to them this situation? Because go ahead.
So I've got 6 and 3, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. My 6-year-old son, I guess his teacher, before on their last day of school, last week we had spring break, and she said something about coronavirus, and like for whatever reason it stuck, and so he starts asking about, while we're at Disneyland, about coronavirus and stuff, and then now it's just weird to hear him kind of try to understand. Like tonight he asked, like, when coronavirus is gone, will everything go back to normal? Like, yeah, it should. I think things will be different, but it should go back to normal. And he's like, well, will coronavirus come back? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have those answers, but we're just going to take it a day at a time and, figure things out as we go. But yeah, there's not, it's hard to explain when we don't even fully understand like what the next week or month or year is going to look like. It's just weird.
That's true. That's the hardest part, is even when you're supposed to be getting prepared, what do you prepare for exactly? What are we preparing for? Worst case scenario? And what is worst case scenario? How long is that? And I was reading things, and it's like you should have like a 3-month supply. Well, is that accurate? Is that over? Is that not enough? There's just all these questions. And then how much canned food do you have? Because are you worried that power is going to go off at some point? I mean, that's a high possibility. So, just stocking your freezer or your refrigerator isn't enough. You need, to think of everything. So it's really overwhelming. So,
I think this, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
I think it should be an eye-opener on a lot of levels, like not just for our healthcare system, but for our preparedness. Like if you live in an area where there are hurricanes and earthquakes and natural disasters, like what are you doing not having a couple of days at least, but much really 2 weeks. Like that's kind of the standard recommendation. You should have 2 weeks of food and water, medicines, basic supplies that you could disconnect for 2 weeks and be fine. And so to see people out there just, buying every canned soup off the shelf, like, all right, do you really have nothing in your pantry right now? Like,
right. Yeah.
I don't get it. But hopefully, so far it's been regional. We had Katrina, and you got hurricanes in Florida, and you got earthquakes in California and stuff. Now this is like, I don't know, first time in our lifetime it's kind of something that affects the entire world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roughly the same time.
It's true.
I don't know. I don't know if kids can kind of really fathom, what the potential for this could be. I don't know that we could fucking fathom.
That's my point.
I don't know that adults can really fucking fathom. I don't think
we can answer their questions.
What this is, because we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. Should we be prepared to not have food being delivered to, or groceries available? Should we be prepared for the government to declare where there's a fucking, not only a national curfew, I'm talking about everyone stay the fuck home or you will be arrested. Are we prepared for that?
Martial
law.
That's what's happening.
Martial law. Are we prepared for that?
We've got.
Go ahead.
Can you be prepared? I don't know.
No, because let me tell you what.
But if you've never experienced it, then you really don't know what
to be prepared for.
That reality is.
Right. I don't care how many AR-15 rounds you've stocked up, guys, but when the government says that you can't leave your house, guess what? You can't leave your house. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's and that's scary. That's really scary because is it the good? I don't know. My brain is like overwhelmed with information. I don't know. Is it a good thing? Should we be shutting everything down to prevent the fucking spread of this thing? Or is it scary that we're allowing the government to strip our rights to leave our fucking home? Is this going to open up the doors to be attacked by a foreign enemy? Are we going to be weakened? Is our army going to be weakened so that fucking any fucking foreign army could attack us on our soil? Is this going to be a Red Dawn situation? We have no idea where this is headed.
Yeah, and Famobi just pointed out that too. That's what I've been saying, Famobi, this whole time. Like, if people would act more responsibly, then we wouldn't have the issue with possible martial law and stuff like that. It's no one is listening.
What do you mean?
Well, they're going to spring break.
Like, the people that should have acted responsibly are the ones in charge of the country and the economy right now.
Agreed.
That's should be acting responsibly
fucked.
too.
Agreed.
Though. We should see, and take more measures to not spread this. Not, right? Should we not be doing that if we're worried about?
Of course, absolutely. But
yeah.
As somebody currently under a quarantine, and not because like there's an armed guard standing outside. It's because of precautions, just so I don't get patients exposed.
Yeah.
So I was in Disneyland last week, and if I knew then what I know now, I would not have gone. I wouldn't have put myself and my family at risk. So I feel like
yeah. Go ahead.
The information I had at that time, I was essentially, we were being lied to, like as how serious it could be.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you that.
And
that was the one question I wanted to ask you. I just didn't want to be disrespectful and call you out or something like that. But I was wondering if you had that information now, would you have done that? And you just answered it. So
yeah.
Trog, I was mad at you.
It was being
billed
as a flu.
I was mad at you, Trog, and I may have said something out on Twitter.
He was so mad.
I was pissed off at you, Trog,
because he cares. But Italy. I mean, that's all I have to say is those two words. But Italy, Trog. That's 3 words. But Italy.
Were you here when I pointed out the fact that 4 weeks ago, when they shut down Italy, is that not enough of a fucking warning sign? Trog, I'm going to yell at you right now, and I want you to understand that this comes from love, okay?
But But Trump said
No.
they
No,
stopped
no.
it at the border.
No.
Trog, though,
Trog.
you're listening to Trump.
Trog.
No.
You are a
Okay, so
learned,
listen.
intelligent man. And when I saw that you were going to fucking Disney World, I was pissed off at you, and I said, "This motherfucker's smarter than that."
He did.
So you sound like my wife right now.
What's your answer,
So
sir? I'm the optimist of all optimists. I always am trying to see the good side of things, and I play everything. I'm the minimalist when it comes to medicine too. You know what? You don't want to check your cholesterol. Don't check your cholesterol. Just eat right, exercise. I don't care about the number. I care about you as a person. And so I minimize things. My wife, on the other hand, she was very, we should not be going. I don't think it's wise. And I didn't make her go. We had another family with us too, who's also a doctor, and she was also, I don't think it's a big deal. We'll be careful. We'll use hand sanitizer. We'll be fine. And so far we are, honestly, but still in hindsight, it was risky and it was stupid.
So you guys peer pressured your wife, and she was right. I mean, I hope that you have given her that. I hope that you have looked your wife in the eye and said, you know what, hun, babe, whatever nice thing that you call your wife. I hope that you look at her and say this to her and say, you were right, and I will listen to you next time because I was wrong.
We should listen to our wives, ladies. I would say ladies and gentlemen, but I meant to say gentlemen. But some
ladies also are married to women.
Some ladies have wives too, and there's nothing wrong with that, Trog. I don't know why you're being judgmental. I mean, the nasty DM.
That's how I was raised. I bought mine a bunch of wine.
The nasty DM that you just sent me, Trog, about how women shouldn't be married to each other. That's horrible and despicable, and I wish you'd stop because we're doing a live show.
Stop it.
Listen, but we need to listen to our wives. She told me to sell at the top.
We all know this. Yes, that's not.
She told me to sell Bitcoin when it was
my
fucking.
My wife told me this too, and she still tells me.
And you're not listening to her.
What did I tell you, honey? I said, no, honey, McAfee said it's going to $1 million. Those are my exact fucking words. I swear to God.
Yeah, while looking at me like I was fucking crazy.
I said, no, honey, it's going to $1 million. Read my lips. Do you know what $1 million is, honey? And she's like,
hey, but
huge. It's going to be huge.
Yes.
Now you're going to get like, what, $6,000 a month from the government.
I'm good, Trog. Listen, give me that money. Give me that money. I'm going to be like this, catching the money in the net when they come flying and they drop the shit over in a helicopter. I'm going to get that money. I just want that money. That's all I care about. All the other bullshit, who cares? Just give me the fucking money, okay?
It might mean a gallon of milk is $6 in a few months, but it's gonna be worth it.
That's what we were trying to decide, figure out. If everyone gets like a fucking UBI, is that going to make prices go up? I mean, that's the debate that I get on Twitter.
Well, if they keep just printing money, then yeah, I mean that's where we're headed. That's inflation.
Yeah. Guys, how does this affect our fucking precious, nerdy as fuck ass, fucking bitch ass internet money shit we call Bitcoin? How does this all fucking affect that? Is this shit going to zero because nobody can mine the shit because everybody's fucking dead? Or is this going to make Bitcoin worth a fucking shit ton because all of a sudden everyone's putting their money? I mean, obviously I don't think that's the case. What's this going to do to our precious fucking reason we're all here? What's it going to do to that?
Both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's gonna make a lot of people rich and gonna make a lot of other people poor.
Yep.
Hi, baggy shorts.
I'm as cash flush as I've probably ever been.
I want to say I want to shout out real quick to some of the really active people in the chat. Old Crypto Geek has been here the whole fucking time. We've been going for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Run the Banks is here. Baggy Shorts is here. From Moby Dick is here. This person called Fun Faces. I have no fucking clue who they are. I just know their jokes are on point.
Really?
Who else is in the chat?
Not him.
Oh, Liberty.
Hi,
If
Liberty. It's him, he would DM me somehow.
Cowboy Crypto. Who else is in the chat?
Liberty.
Liberty.
Baggy. What's up?
Yeah, Baggy.
Okay, are we? I mean, are we going to be? Our currency going to be cans and toilet paper? Or
It's Bitcoin. Everything else is going to be trash. All that other shit's gonna be trash,
Mm-hmm.
and just the majors will survive.
Mm-hmm.
But like, people are gonna be selling off all of their assets soon.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be wondering where that money is. Where's that fucking check? It's not gonna just come like in the mail like in 4 days,
Mm-hmm.
or in 7 days.
But Trump said.
Mm-hmm. No, Trump didn't even say he was. He was like, we're kind of looking into that. That's a fucking possibility.
Well, he said ASAP, like quick, like in a couple weeks,
Things,
I mean, he did
things
say
are going
that.
to get so bad, people will even give up
He
on
said that
their
about our
dreams.
tests.
Right.
Listen, guys, I'm feeling like we're in a weird position. Like, this is weird. All this is so fucking
Well, it's
weird.
surreal.
I
Everyone
can't
says
even
that.
fucking, my brain can't fathom this. I don't understand it. I don't understand that you're telling me this is happening. I don't fucking, I see it. I see it happening. I see the boulder rolling down the mountain. There's a village. I see the boulder. And I tell the people, I say, people, turn around. There's a fucking boulder. And you know what they do? They go, this guy over here, he's fucking crazy. That was me a few weeks ago.
Well, they're not wrong.
Okay, now everyone's looking at the fucking boulder. Everyone's like, holy
Smart village.
shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We're doing the same thing we've been doing for thousands of years. You're going to try and survive. It's just going to be on a different kind of way.
Right.
At the root of it, the base is, what do? You're, like you said, you're trying to provide, shelter, food, water, and especially for those of us that have children. I mean, I know I stepped away to put little Medra down to bed.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Of course, we had to do a tickle fight beforehand. But I mean, it really doesn't change the fundamentals of what you're doing as a parent. You're trying to provide your child with the best opportunity moving forward. You're trying to provide security, comfort, all those things that go into raising another human being. And now you're adding, just different elements to that, like having to, communicate, because he knows what the coronavirus is. He's been saying it, I'll be like, all right, here, you have to get your hands. And he goes, oh, it's a coronavirus. And I'm like, so you got a general understanding of that. And Trog can probably touch on this because he's had to have that talk with his kids, because they are old enough to understand that something's going on. They may not understand the extent or anything, so they just know what mom and dad tells them to do.
Right.
But yeah, at the end of the day, we're still doing what we've been doing for thousands of years. We're just trying to survive whatever is being thrown at us. And this is something new,
Right. Very.
At least for our generation, this has happened several times in our history. But now we have a different way of connecting with everybody to, that we're dealing with it all at the same time. We're discussing it here right now. So it's, you're not alone, but it's, at the same time, this is one of those solitary experiences. You're not alone, but guess what? Don't leave your fucking house because you're alone.
Right. You know what my kid's doing?
The same thing he's been doing.
Googling
Fortnite.
YouTube on how to cook, catch, and clean squirrels, because that's what we have around us.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Not kidding. He's also trying to talk us into
That's
getting
useful.
chickens. Yes.
Guys, I just made a funny joke.
Oh, you did?
Trog is so white, he's sad that
Doubt
Sears
it.
is closed. You ruined it. You stepped on my punchline, Trog. Can I say, let me say it again. Let me say it again for those.
Step on it again.
Let me tell you. Trog, ladies and gentlemen, Trog is so white that
Get
he's...
it right this time.
God damn it. You fucked it up for me. Ladies and gentlemen,
Trog, he's
Let's
so
funny
white.
the second time.
Trog is so white, he is sad that Sears is closed.
Okay. There you
Oh, that
go.
was a good one. Stop that.
Thank you.
But
Thank you. Listen, I don't know, guys. I'm confused. I'm scared. I'm bewildered. I'm angry. I'm fucking overwhelmed. And I
It's
don't
only
know.
Wednesday.
It just started. It just fucking started, guys.
Well, it
just
started according to Trump, but it's been started.
Oh,
for
listen,
fuck's
we've
sake.
been, like I said, we've been in lockdown for a month now. I'm not even kidding. We haven't left our house in a month, guys, except for me to go get groceries like 3 times. I have not. We go outside, but I'm serious. Like, that's what our future holds. I don't know. I'm just repeating myself how we're gonna figure this shit out. isn't it weird that we all fucking like met each other and shit? Isn't that odd that all of a sudden we're like part of this like community, okay, of like-minded people, okay? That all of a sudden now we've kind of like we're pulling together and we're communicating. I don't know. This is weird, and I don't know how to fathom it.
Medra mentioned that he's got a place to go. Like he doesn't, once it gets to a certain point, we don't know what that point is. He has a place that he feels
like a
safer.
bug out
Like
location.
I'm okay where I am. I would prefer to be somewhere else, on a lot of lands, more remote. That is sounding good to me with the stream, something like that. Junior, you feel safe where you are? Or do you have a place? Are you staying?
Can I address something before you say that? Because we are in a fairly protected area. We are atop of like a small mountain.
Yes.
We do have a small stream at the bottom. Okay. It's not close, and it would be a bitch to fucking run water back and forth. But we are basically set up to where if shit hit the fan, we would be okay.
Eating squirrel.
Okay. And turkeys. And I've already said this. I've already fucking said this, Tamara. As soon as the shit hits the fan, I'm going to go fucking eat that fucking neighbor. The one that's like over there. That motherfucker is going to get eaten like first. Okay. Number one, I'm eliminating a threat.
God.
I don't
human praline is what he's talking about.
I'm eliminating a threat.
Oh my god.
Number two, I'm feeding my family.
No, you're not. I'd rather eat a squirrel.
I don't see a problem here. A lot of people are like, oh, I won't eat a person because ew. Let me tell you what, it's meat, okay?
No, we're not to that point yet.
It's meat. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
Lancaster, are you staying? Are you staying where you are? Do you have a safer place to go? Do you feel safe in the place you are? The same to Trog afterwards. Yeah.
Wherever I am is the safest place that I could ever be.
That's a great question.
No, that's a
great answer. Yeah.
So Junior Lancaster is fucked. Okay, Trog, how about you?
Yeah, we're okay. We've got supplies. I've got we've got our water and food and toilet paper and guns, and that's about all you need. If the power was off or the water was out or something, we've got another place we could go.
Sounds good.
The reason I would not go early probably is family. We've got both sets of parents, grandparents nearby. I've got my sister and her family. None of them are really prepared at all, so I feel like we would need to stay and try to help them. But yeah, we'd if need be, we could get out.
Right. If you can still get out.
Load everybody up in my truck and let's go.
This account called Fun Faces says Trog is safe because nobody wants to go to Arizona.
That's true.
Ooh.
And if the rumors about the virus being susceptible to heat are true, then we're set.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I was hearing
either,
I was hearing that was a rumor this morning, so I'm not sure, but yeah.
I mean, really, all viruses, all bacteria, all life is susceptible to heat. So I don't plan to be boiling, though. So.
Right.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I think at this point it's 2:22.
Huh?
All right, we've been going for 2 minutes.
I was like,
2 hours. Exact. I'm going to count. 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 19, 20, 21, 22 seconds.
Hi.
Right now, we've been going.
Oh, there's a little Trog.
Hi, little Trog. I want to
say hi. Oh, now she's scared.
Oh, I can hear. She's so cute. Take care of that little one, Trog. All the babies there.
baby
Everyone,
Trogs.
take care of your babies and take care of yourself. Take care of your old people.
Lancaster, take care of that hot tub.
Fun Faces says you guys can stay on for a couple more hours. I don't know, man. I'm dying over here. I'm an old man. I might have to pull the plug on this one.
Break into the water supply.
Yeah.
Who is that?
How about
Hold
Fun
on.
Faces Fun Faces comes out of hiding. And then we'll stay on.
We have a person by the name of Sanity on the line. Hello, Sanity. Tell us where you're from.
Hi, I'm calling from Trog's basement. I finally found a line, and it's.
Where are your sleeves?
No, I'm just kidding. He let me stay in the guest house. It's actually quite nice. It's like a pool house, so we're okay. Yeah.
Is he testing?
Question though, Sanity, has he been like feeding you gross amounts of like carbs and trying to fatten you up over the past week?
I have eaten nothing but circus peanuts
and
drinking nothing but Fanta for 7 days.
By the way, Trog,
the diarrhea is terrible.
Trog, for being a doctor, your fucking diet is horrible. Okay, I see you tweeting out.
I'm not going to argue that.
I see you
might
tweeting
as
out
well
burgers.
Smoke clove cigarettes the whole time.
Yeah. It's like, hey guys, picking up some lunch, and it's like McDonald's and stuff. I'm worried about your diet, Trog.
Here you go. So I just got this notification. So the CDC suggests live streaming funerals to reduce crowds during the coronavirus pandemic. Live streaming funerals.
Wow. Wow.
I wonder if are they gonna use Twitch?
And don't forget to subscribe.
I prefer that to it.
Is it going to be a public or private viewing? No, there might be a market there.
Are we still burying? Are we going to be burying any victims, or is it mandatory?
Yeah, Trog, shouldn't we be burning them?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, good question.
Actually, cremation. Okay, let's just say this. I think cremation should be like a go-ahead thing anyway, because burying a body in the ground, I understand in old days they did that because, it gets people sick, it's gross. But now it's just creepy. Get rid of me. I'm dead. I'm done. Get rid of me.
I agree.
That's me too. Just burn everything.
Yeah,
that should be the default.
It's taking up valuable real estate, like
good point.
Yes, it literally is. And what's the whole rule? Like, you can be buried for 80 years, then they can dig you up and then throw your bones in like the dumpster.
Oh, really?
There's some kind of like law about that.
I didn't know that.
Unless you're in a mausoleum and you paid for it, and a mausoleum. I want to get buried in a cubby next to my great grandfather.
Hey,
that's cool.
Let me pay rent
when I'm dead.
While I'm dead.
Non-stop rent. Rent don't stop when you're dead.
So my grandpa passed away a couple of years ago, and he's got a hole in a wall at like the veterans.
Straight up mausoleum.
Veterans. Yeah, and so my family is like, oh, it's Grandpa's birthday, so we're gonna go visit him. I'm like, no, we're not. Like, we're staring. It's a plaque on the wall.
Right.
I think you would much prefer going at dinner or something, not staring at a wall.
Right. If you're grandpa and there's an afterlife of some kind, energy still around or something, like, you're not hanging out the fucking the graveyard. You're not at the cemetery.
No, it's not. It's not him we're visiting. Pile of ashes.
No more Fanta with the children.
Was that the Trog family crying?
No, that's Sanity.
Oh, that's
Is it Moby's house?
I think that's Junior's.
It's not Junior's.
Junior's been busy.
Kidding me? Oh no! Good no. This is a great time to let all of our viewers know about their pull-out game and how you must practice it religiously, especially during these hard times.
I had to mute you, Sanity.
Come on, Sanity. Give him an iPad like a good parent.
Yeah. It's the Fanta and the peanuts. That's what's doing it.
One of your 48 video game consoles.
Why does it say I can't unmute someone? Oh, he muted himself, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, bitch, I'm the admin. You can't tell me I can't unmute someone. I'm talking to Google like that.
Oh my goodness.
Google told me I can't unmute. What the fuck?
Okay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed all your fast food because it's all going away.
Yeah.
I don't eat fast food, but yeah.
No, we don't eat fast food.
Have you seen? No, I'm not.
I'll enjoy it while it's here then.
Are you still eating fast food?
Trog?
I haven't in a few days.
Okay, so I wipe down the groceries I get, and you're still putting food that someone else has touched in your mouth.
Yeah, you know what? I had a Habit burger yesterday, actually, now that I think about it. And my wife made the comment, I don't think we should be eating at places where other people handle the food.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're still not listening to her. I mean,
Listen
she,
to your
you know,
wife.
she's been right
She
multiple times here, and you're still not listening. Yeah.
I do make her sound like the reasonable one. That's true.
That's
It's
because
okay.
she
He's
is
a
the
doctor.
reason.
He knows what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a doctor too.
Yeah. She's a smarter
God.
doctor.
Psychiatrist, I'm sure.
She was actually she was valedictorian of our class.
I
so
said she's the smarter
yeah.
doctor. I was right.
Oh
no.
All right, sorry. I was changing a poopy diaper. That's why there was crying and screaming. Because the only thing my daughter hates more than a dirty diaper is a clean diaper. So
Right.
yeah.
Did you stock up on diapers for her?
Yes, that must
Yeah,
be
you're not.
Yeah, we have
Scary.
3 boxes
Yeah,
of diapers.
3 boxes. That doesn't sound like a lot.
Yeah,
That's not gonna last.
Right. Like how long does 3
That
boxes
does not
last?
sound like a
there's
lot.
140 per box.
But how many
So
does she go through a day?
5.
a day, probably like 6.
Okay. Whoa.
Holy shit, that's a lot of shit and piss.
Yeah.
There's 2 poops a day, and you know 4 to 5 pees a day. So
Yep.
you know.
Yep. I do not miss
Sounds
those
about
days.
right.
No.
Yeah, so you need like at least 3 times as much. Like
She was an
immediately. I'm not even joking.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
no! When she was an infant, our record
I'm,
was
like,
17
serious.
diapers in one day, and I was like, "These are 26 cents each." God damn it!
Makes you
N-
consider
9
cloth
months from now,
diapers.
there's going to be another run on diapers.
Do you guys?
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah. Trog is right on that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what are we gonna call these? What are we gonna call these kids? The 9 months from now, we call these Corona kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coronials.
Name
Cronials.
Coronian.
Coronials.
The Coronials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quarantennials.
Yeah, quarantennials.
The quarantine.
Hey, did you guys that are fathers, did you guys have the diaper genie and it would make this long shit snake full of
Oh
like
my God.
remember the diaper genie?
Oh, I had that thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a specific because I bought the generic like Amazon like
Mhm.
oh these
Oh,
are
no.
way cheaper diaper
No.
genie refills.
No.
So I have a specific pair of scissors. It's the poop scissors
Yeah.
because I don't want to use those scissors for anything else when I have to clip it and then tie both ends.
Like that Reddit poop knife post.
Oh, the
Is that-
poop knife, yes.
I didn't see that. What's the poop night, folks? I didn't see that.
Oh, we're gonna have to. I think Yuki's gonna have to do a poetic reading of the poop knife.
Yeah, what's the poop knife?
Podcast is turned for the worse.
When did you think
I
it
was
ever
just about to
started
say,
for
and
the
we've
best?
lost Junior.
Junior's like, oh shit,
I
I'm.
mean, I thought it was over.
Yeah. Listen,
I've heard him say, I think it's time.
Right.
who me? I'm
Yeah,
good.
I have to pee.
I have to pee.
I'm
We
good.
have nothing better to do for a long time.
Don't forget, ladies and
Long
gentlemen.
podcast.
Listen, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's linked to Amazon
No, do
Prime.
not do that.
Please subscribe to support Euclid and Oaks. We are your source.
I think we should all have podcasts at the same time while we're on the podcast together.
We're-
We could do split screens.
Right.
We're your source
can I
for
actually
ups
say
and
something? Because
yeah.
I think this happened when Yuki was on a small break, but I literally like Yuki. Remember that time when I had a picture of your face and I wore it in Vegas and all that stuff?
No sanity. That's not burned
was
in my fucking
Halloween.
brain. That's not burned in my brain at all. Thank you.
As
No.
a joke, I went to Rage On and I made like a whole onesie with like
Yeah.
your face all over it, and then I
Right.
even made like tidy whities, like or not, no, they were like a
What?
speedo with it.
Okay.
No way.
Somebody actually bought one pair of boxers with
Are
your
you
face on
serious?
What?
Oh my
it. And I
god.
posted it in the chat, and I go, "Oh no, what have I done?" But I think you and Tam were on a break. I
Right.
swear to God, one person has paid $26 for
Ah.
boxers with your face on it, and I don't know. Somebody out there is wearing your face.
And you don't even know who. That's scary.
Damn.
I don't know. It gave the name. I'll share it again in chat. I'll do it. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? I didn't know this was still public and out there.
Oh my
I have
God.
like $1.80 in like credit to Rage On now, so I'll split that with you. So you know,
Okay, cool.
'cause it's your
Yeah,
face.
I think there's some kind of like legality there having my face on there. I think you owe me big.
A roll of
Are you
toilet
part of the
paper.
Screen Actors
Yeah.
Guild? Because then if you're
Yes.
union for sure.
Yes.
If
yes.
not, you're wrecked, and I own your face.
Oh my
Ah,
God.
Hey,
shit.
also, none of you
What
guys
about the
showed up for
Clown
Vegas
Society?
last year.
What?
Oh, that's true.
Right.
What,
No.
Medra? What, Medra?
Oh, I said none of you guys showed up for Vegas this last time.
No.
Nah, this last time it just didn't work out, man. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It sucks because I would have loved to fucking gone.
Dude, the first year was so fun.
It was.
That was so fucking
It was fun.
Oh, Hoshokan was the best.
But
though.
this last year, I don't know, it seemed
Hoshokan
everything
was
was weird.
the
It was
shit.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was like chicks trying to bang Tone Vase, or a chick trying to bang Tone Vase, and it got weird. But it's all good. But
What?
What?
What? Junior Lancaster's like, what? What did I hear?
Vase get that ace. That's what they say.
Oh my God, Junior's.
I think I'm all Vegas. I like Vegas myself out those 2 years.
You're Vegased out.
I fucking took mushrooms and passed out on the
know.
sidewalk. That's how much I Vegased out.
Passed out. You had a fucking panic attack.
I got
passed out, and then you had a panic attack, and then you passed out, and then you woke up like it was a nap.
I had to call my wife at like 5 a.m. because I didn't know what hotel I was staying at.
What?
Oh,
And
really?
I didn't know what my room number was.
Shit.
Where am I supposed to be?
And this was my first night there.
Oh my God.
And like
Just an average Tuesday for your wife.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, she's usually with me when I'm like that, and I just she's like, you called me and you didn't know what hotel you were staying at, and I'm like, well, yeah, you're supposed to know this stuff. So she had pre-programmed it in my phone. So all I had to do was go to my maps and click on the destination. It took me a while.
Medra, that happens. One time Yuki and I were traveling and we left our little one at the hotel to run go get dinner because he refused to go with us because he was done being in the car. And then we went back to the hotel with all of our stuff and all the food and everything. And we went to the door and the key didn't work because we weren't in the right fucking hotel.
Mm-hmm. So. Went to the one across the street.
Not even the right hotel, like not even the wrong floor.
We were
the wrong hotel.
Yeah. Hey, great times, right?
Yeah, it happens.
All right, guys, I'm calling it. I'm fucking tired. I love all you guys. You guys are all my family. I pray for all of us. Everyone listening, thanks for listening. We'll do this again sometime real soon.
Hey, if anybody on this call, on this stream right here, needs extra toilet paper, Sanity's got you, bro. I'm stockpiled and I got a bidet, so I could share.
Wow.
Before
I'll straight up hand deliver one to Trog because I might go to visit my parents.
This is the new wealth, and that is also that's why Junior got a hot tub to clean
I want to
his butt.
Give everyone a chance to say their goodbyes. Trogdor, you're up first. Say goodbye to everyone. You got any final words?
Final words. Stay home.
Okay.
Like I forget what you changed your handle to, but yeah, stay home. Listen to Yuki. Mm-hmm. Listen to your wife.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Smart.
That's all I got.
Junior Lancaster, what do you got to say, sir?
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't know what I can think to say. Just I'll tweet it later.
Wise words from.
It's not over yet.
I'll tweet it later. Medra.
Yeah. Here, let's see. It hasn't been said before. Stay home. Listen to Yuki. Listen to your wife. Yep. Wash your hands.
That's.
Nobody said that. Nobody's already said that. So I wanted to make sure. I want to make sure.
I think that's original.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do not leave the hot tub under any circumstances.
Sanity.
I think the hot tub is probably one of the worst, breeding grounds of bacteria and death that could possibly be.
Only if you're in it. I mean,
there's a condition called hot tub folliculitis, which is literally a skin infection with bacteria that grow in the hot tub. So yeah, nasty.
I went to a DoubleTree hotel in Los Angeles, and after I got out, I was washing, taking a shower, and I filled up my swim trunks, and I was like, wow, these smell really funky.
Oh.
And then it burned when I peed the next time, and then never after that. And I was like, this is gross.
God.
That's gross.
Okay, but that's a public one. This is Junior's own hot
personal, which is probably worse than the public one. Boom.
Are you kidding me? What are you guys are full of shit. You know that thing's pristine and perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yours, man, not the DoubleTree hotel. They gave me a nice warm
Fuji. I'm talking about mine.
Hey, party at Juniors when we make it through this, guys.
Yes.
All right.
Everyone...
So my final quote is this: everybody buy a fucking Switch and then hit me up in the DMs and let's play some Animal Crossing. This shit's happening.
Yes.
What up?
Animal Crossing.
Tamara, final words.
Well, I just want to say, stay home, listen to your wife.
Wash your
Nobody
hands.
said that. That's good. These are original
hands.
words. These are great.
Wash-
Listen to Yuki part.
and watch some fucking
Obey your
survival
husband.
videos or something.
Watch
Like,
some-
do something productive with your time that might actually help you.
Okay,
Use your
guys.
downtime.
Hang on.
Crypto.
I got some.
Okay.
I got some final words.
What do you got?
Okay.
Take this as an opportunity to reflect back on how much time you used to give to everything, all the time, and what's really important.
Mm-hmm.
And be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think now is going to be an opportunity for people to really be kind. Like, people don't have, so my neighbor doesn't have something, like, I'm going to give something to her. I'm going to make sure that she has something.
She doesn't want herpes.
And I think that these times are really going to surprise. These times are really gonna surprise people, and it's gonna get really, 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 really fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's gonna get worse before it gets better. That's for sure.
It's gonna be so bad that people are gonna think it can't get any worse, and that's gonna be the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the bottom is.
Let's do something on a little bit lighter note. So this quote is from Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The end of the world is on people's minds. We have the power to destroy or save ourselves. But the question is, what do you do with that responsibility?
Mm-hmm.
We are all responsible for one another. Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Good. Bravo.
Is
I
that
got a
young
quote from
Nick
him
Cage or
too.
old Nick Cage?
I'm going
Good
to steal
question.
the
Yeah,
Declaration
just
of
before or
Independence.
after National Treasure.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was going, Junior. Damn it.
I just
Con Air.
I want to
Con Air was his greatest work.
I want to
Just
end the
pretend
show
Ghost Rider never existed.
with this.
But
Yuki, final words, Yuki.
Final words. I want to remind every woman listening that their place is in the kitchen.
Shut the fuck up.
or
Come
in
on,
the
Yuki.
hot
Preach on,
tub.
brother.
Or in the hot tub.
I want to remind them
And I do the cooking anyway.
to listen to their
In
man.
the fucking hot tub.
Listen to your
In the
men,
hot tub.
Oh my
ladies. I want to remind everyone that we are humans and that we will fucking survive. We've made it this far,
Some
everyone.
of us will.
We're gonna fucking survive
If
this.
sandwiches are made.
Women.
Yeah, you guys are fucked if we decide to not make the sandwiches. That's what I'm telling you. I think. Yeah, go ahead, Judy.
We're all going to make it
vegetable
through this,
garden.
and the people
Yes.
that
don't deserve
won't
to.
be here to tell you wrong.
No. Don't worry about the people that aren't going to be here. I mean, like, don't have that be on your mind.
Right.
Just live and be kind to people. Grow a vegetable garden. Be self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
Nick
Be
Cage.
I like
gentle.
all
Be
that.
kind.
Nick
Yeah.
Cage.
Yeah.
You know, be a
Nick Cage.
fucking good person now.
Yep.
Yep.
But
And watch Con Air.
oh my gosh. Listen though, but
Watch
be
Con Air.
prepared.
I am gonna watch that tonight now. I'm
Because
watching it.
I feel like that's a great message, and yes, but when we get to like the shit is happening, there are going to be some fucked up people out like roaming around,
Yes.
not prepared and trying to take advantage of people who might be prepared. So don't.
Already stabbed somebody with a broken bottle of wine over a case of water in
I mean,
Georgia.
look, people fucking hurt each other every single fucking day, and there isn't a pandemic going around, and they don't not have food or
Wait till
laid off
people are
and
hungry.
don't have jobs. Yes, wait till people start getting
Wait till someone's
desperate.
daughter is hungry. and
Exactly.
have no
Wait
option.
till your kids are hungry. Right. Or
Hey.
wait till like you're like it's either them or me, and you know.
Good
so
point.
It's you know, it's difficult times. So obviously, like Junior said, be kind, but be prepared, and
yeah.
you know, be I don't know.
Be
I
ready
don't
to
know.
shoot a bitch. You know, I know Trog is.
Well, I mean, you know,
no violence.
Just
No
like
violence.
like my
Violence
wife.
begets violence.
Only defensively.
My wife just
Oh
said
yeah, only
it.
defensively.
it is scary
Only if
because
somebody is breaking into my home, they get the crossbow.
Be prepared. That's the point. That's the gist of this. That's why I wanted to do this fucking show. I want everyone to be prepared, okay? And thanks everyone for listening. Thanks all my guests. You guys hang out for a second. I'm going to end the stream. And
thanks, Yuki. I love you all.
Okay, you guys.
When do we get paid for this?
No, there's no money here. There's no money.
We're invoicing you.
Yeah, you get a bill. You get a bill.
We invoiced.
All right, bye, guys.
It's toilet paper.
You guys stay on the line for a second. Bye, stream. We're going down for now. We'll see you guys maybe tomorrow or the next day. Bye, everyone.
Bye, cousin MySpace, aka Fun Faces.
Okay, bye, guys.